players and cheerleaders before the game. So without any further ado, let's start. Our football seniors. We begin with number 1, Logan Dasher. Logan plays cornerback and running back. He's escorted by his mom Stacy, dad Jason, sister Alexis, grandma Paula, and grandpa Al. Logan plans to attend college next fall. Fun fact, Logan has the same birthday as his grandmother and great-grandmother. That's fun. Next up, number 2, Captain Cyrus Ravanaugh. Cyrus plays middle linebacker. He also has a twin brother, Lucas Ravanaugh, who plays middle linebacker. And they are escorted by guardians Sheila and Don Rippin, brother Nathaniel Ravanaugh. Cyrus plans to attend college, study sports medicine, and participate in the ROTC program. And a fun fact, in case you haven't already figured it out, Cyrus has a twin. Lucas plans on attending college and majoring in business management. Fun fact for Lucas, he likes the cloud watch. Next up, number 3, Gab Rio. Gab plays wide receiver and safety. Gab is escorted by dad Gabriel Sr., mom Daisy, and brother Carmine. Gab plans on attending college to study criminal justice. Fun fact about Gabe, he taught Abe how to do a backflip. Well done. Next up, number 4, Caden Tirado. Caden plays running back and defensive back. He's escorted by mom Jennifer, brother Marcus Brown. Caden plans on attending 4-year college to study kinesiology. And fun fact, Caden is the town's barber. And next, number 9, Captain CJ Riccitelli. CJ plays quarterback and linebacker. He's escorted by mom Danielle, dad Jay, and sister Kayla. CJ plans to play football at RPI and major in mechanical engineering. Fun fact, CJ likes to play golf with his friends in his free time. Next up, number 13, Aiden DeJesus. Aiden plays running back. He's escorted by his mom Eileen, and dad Richard. Aiden plans to join his father's company as a plumber. Fun fact, Caden Tirado is Aiden's barber. Next, number 14, Anthony Gaspari. Anthony plays running back and safety. He's escorted by his father Anthony, mother Andrea, sister Olivia, grandfather Luis Rossi, and grandmother Nancy Rossi. AJ is interested in attending Central Connecticut State University with an interest in construction management. Fun fact, AJ is a Scout O warrior. Next up, number 20, Captain Kyle Melville. Kyle's a running back, wide receiver, and defensive back. He is escorted by mom Lynn, dad Scott, brother Jack, brother Nick, grandma Jill Spendolini, grandpa Rick Spendolini. Jill Spendolini was a 1962 Berlin High School graduate, and Rich was a 1959 Berlin High School graduate. Kyle plans on attending 4-year college and playing football. Fun fact, Kyle quit his first year of playing football and didn't think he would ever play football again. Glad you changed your mind, Kyle. Next up, number 21, Jake Solner. kicker. He's escorted by mother Christine and sister Dakota. Jake is committed to UMass Boston to play baseball and study exercise science. Fun fact, this is Jake's first year playing football. Next up, number 24, Cole Nadeau. Cole's our defensive corner. He's escorted by mom Shelby, dad Norm, and twin sister Peyton. Cole plans on looking for a career in trade school. In his fun fact, Cole loves everything about trucks and hard work. And next up, number 51, Brennan Smith. Brennan plays defensive tackle for the Redcoats. He's escorted by mother Kate, father Damien, and sister Rihanna. Brennan is planning to study HVAC. Fun fact, Brennan loves the stock market. Good luck with that, Brennan. Next up, number 52, Brooks Ellis. Brooks plays left guard and defensive tackle. He's escorted by mother Ella, father Chris, brother Drew. Brother James couldn't make it, but he sends his love. Brooks plans to study exercise science or physical therapy. His fun fact is he loves to play the guitar. Next up, number 55, Captain Nick Rivera. Nick plays offensive line, right guard, and defensive line. He's escorted by dad Samuel, mom Christy Shine, and brother Anthony. Nick plans on attending the University of Alabama for nursing. Fun fact, Nick believes that even though he has been hurt every year, he's still the best lineman. Next up, number 56, Hiram Sepulveda. Hiram plays offensive lineman. He's escorted by father Hiram, mother Jessica Frost, and grandfather Ralph Frost. Hiram plans to study civil engineering in college. His fun fact, Karen and his dad have a podcast. Next up, number 62, Xander Braccio. Xander plays offensive line and defensive line. He's escorted by mother Heather, father Paul, sister Adriana, and brother Cameron. Xander plans on attending Central Connecticut State University to acquire a business degree. Xander's fun fact is he races go-karts and cars. Next up, number 72, Nicholas Ebrahimi. Nick plays left tackle, nose guard. He's escorted by mother Danielle, father Edmund, and brother Tyler. Nick plans to wrestle in college while obtaining a degree in neuroscience. His fun fact, he has not cut his hair in 5 years. And last but not least, number 77, Jared Riley. Jared plays offensive line and defensive line. He's escorted by his mom, Ken Pete. And Jared plans to go to IEC in Rocky Hill to be an electrician. But back to Jared wears the number 77 for his mom, and he is an Eagle Scout. And there are your Berlin High School football seniors. before we move on to the cheerleaders, we have an announcement. There's a plate or a car that needs to be moved immediately. The license plate is BG29036. The officer's standing here with me, so either move it or lose it. BG29036. And now for your Berlin High School cheerleading squad. First up is Julia Farron. She's been a cheerleader for 5 years. She's escorted by Tricia Danu, mom, Troy Farron, dad, and Julia Farron, sister. Plans to get a Bachelor's of Science degree in Biology with pre-med and PA minor at University of Tampa. And she has 7 siblings. Next up is Lainey Ferguson. Lainey's been a cheerleader for 10 years. She's escorted by her mom, Donna Ferguson, brother, Malcolm Ferguson, and grandma, Jan Rizek. She plans on attending a 4-year college for pre-law with a minor in psychology. And her fun fact is she loves music, has been at 22 concerts. I think I've been 23, I got you beat by 1. Next up is Samantha Hartman. Samantha's been a cheerleader for 8 years. She's escorted by her dad, Scott Hart, mom, Jen Hart, and brother, Jack Hart. She plans on attending Johnson & Wales University, majoring in applied nutrition and culinary arts. And her fun fact is she wants to become a private chef. Next is Taylor Martin. Taylor's been a cheerleader for 3 years now. She's escorted by her mom, Caitlin Williams, and dad, Mitch Stone. She plans to major in early childhood education at Texas State University. And her fun fact is she's lived in 6 different states so far. And once again, last but not least, Bernice Brown. Bernice has been a cheerleader for 2 years. She's been escorted by family friends and her coaches. She plans on attending college and major in nursing. And her fun fact, believe it or not, she says she has 11 fingers. And there are your Berlin High School cheerleading squad, seniors.
Balls out, and the Redcoats get it.
Will Balicki, what a hit! On the left side, Buzio, sprint, fake, fires, DeJesus has blockers, cuts it back in the middle, DeJesus in the middle, DeJesus, touchdown, Redcoats! The handoff to DeJesus, he is in, touchdown, Redcoats! Here they're gonna give it to Melville, he is in, touchdown,
Up the middle himself, that's a 2-point conversion.
Cody Buzio with the 2. Lines up towards the middle and in.
Intercepted.
The Redcoats have won their 5th game in a row here at Scalise Field at
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to beautiful Scalise Field here at Sage Park. My name is Thomas Morrissey-Corsetti. I'm joined by
Cole Pike.
And we are here tonight to watch your Berlin Redcoats vie for a playoff spot against Middletown. It is going to be a cold night here, but we are excited for an awesome night of football.
Absolutely.
You ready?
I'm ready. I'm ready to get going on this beautiful night. Really cold though, Tom.
No, I am freezing. All right, let's get started with some Middletown stats. Hit us with them, Cole.
All right, so Middletown is ranked number 96 in the state. The Blue Dragons have a 3-6 record. Their win rate is 28.6%. Not the best, but they do have 16 touchdowns, which is more than a touchdown a game. That's decent enough, if you ask me.
Absolutely. However, they're completely out of playoff contention at this point. I mean, and if we're gonna go ahead.
Just give us a playoff spot at this point.
I agree with you. Let's look at some Berlin stats. As we said earlier, vying for a playoff spot right now. They are 6-3, 37th in the state, 66.6% win rate. They've got 30 touchdowns. It's averaging more than 3 touchdowns a game. They are a high-flying offense. They run the ball well. They have a phenomenal front seven on defense. They're a good football team. However, they need to win today to really get into those playoffs. Let's look at our quarterbacks right now. Why don't you hit us with them?
All right, so the Middletown quarterback, J.J. Ribeiro, he's not the starter, which is why you can see he has only 153 yards. The starter had an injury, but 2 interceptions and a touchdown, which means he has played a passer rating of 41.6 as a senior. Cody Puzio, though, is the junior with an 86.7% passer rating, 1,386 total yards, 4 interceptions, 18 touchdowns. When you look at the quarterback comparison, it really swings in the Redcoats' direction, Tommy.
Absolutely. Puzio is smart. He's safe with the ball. He doesn't make risky plays. However, he hits those home run plays when he really needs to.
Very athletic as well.
Great football player. He runs well. He's really good at extending the play with his legs. Let's look at some star players. Specifically tonight, we're looking at the running backs for the Redcoats. We've talked about him before. It's Kyle Melville. He is a monster on the ground. 614 yards on 105 touches. He's averaging nearly 6 yards a carry. He's got 8 touchdowns. However, Rajon Buttram for the Blue Dragons, 557 yards on only 31 touches, 7 touchdowns. He is playing incredibly well as well.
Incredible.
I think it's going to be a real running back duel tonight. It's cold. It's going to be tough to catch. I think they're going to really trust their running backs to pound it up the middle, see how many yards they can get on that. We're going to head to the stat room now with Cole.
Yep. Okay, so the stat room we got here, the 6-3 Berlin Redcoats here on a beautiful Friday, November 8th, 2024. As you can see today, 30 touchdowns, 2,638 total yards, and 5 interceptions this season for the Berlin Redcoats, as the Blue Dragons are 3-6 with 16 touchdowns, 1,679 yards, 4 interceptions. Like we said, the quarterbacks, the running backs, the stats all swing in favor of the Redcoats, but you never know. Maybe some players could come out in their last game, have one of their best games of their career.
Absolutely. We're going to now check in on some weather here. It is 41 degrees, the humidity of 47%. We got 5 mile-an-hour winds. Pretty chilly. Those winds is going to cut right through the players, but they should be able to play through it really well. Let's look at our Pike pregame prediction. What are you thinking about?
I mean, so the Berlin Redcoats, they have been on absolute tear in these last games. We commentated on a 5-game win streak, which was just snapped by Windsor, 47-14. But I feel like they could really get this one done here with a chip on their shoulder, fighting for a playoff spot. I think the Berlin Redcoats take this one. I want to say 31-17.
31-17. I think you're being too generous to Middletown. I think the Berlin's going to crush them. I'm throwing at 42-14. I think they're going to kill them. I think the Redcoats are going to get into those playoffs. I think you're going to be looking at Redcoat playoff football pretty soon. All right, that is it for our pregame. We'll be back with live coverage in a little bit. I'd like to thank you all very much. We'll see you in a little bit.
Middletown. Let's start with your lineup for your Redcoats.
Go, those get those horses
Starting
running.
defense tonight, number 1, Logan Nasher. Number 2, Cyrus Ravanoff. Number 3, Gabriel Rio. Number 4, Caden Dorado. Number 9, CJ Richatelli. Number 20, Kyle Melville. Number 34, Lucas Ravanoff. Number 52, Brooks Ellis. Number 56, Hiram Sepulveda. Number 72, Nicholas Abrahimi. And number 77, Jared Riley, your Berlin High School Redcoats. midfield. Tonight's chain gang. We've laid down the chain one last time in honor of our own Joe Mata, who recently passed. We could please have a moment of silence in Joe's memory. Joe, always a first down in our hearts. Thank you. Now we'll have our singing of our national anthem.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose bright stripes and bright stars held up their royal sight? What a rampart we watched, was the gallantry streaming, and the rocket's red glare that was bursting in air gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave? What a land of the free and the home of the
Let's go,
And our officiating for tonight is TJ Calabrese, Terrence Harney, Jonathan Lewis, Jeffrey Dawkins, Mo Met, and in the booth of the year is Mr. Rick Maresco. Thank you.
We're here moments away from kickoff. We just had the coin toss. We are ready. This Berlin Redcoats team is hyped. Cole, you excited for this game?
I'm very excited, Tommy. I mean, absolute insanity is going to happen today. I can tell you that.
Absolutely. And despite the weather, it is freezing cold up where we are, but we got a good crowd here tonight. Red Sea is looking full. We are excited for an awesome night of Redcoat football.
Red Sea is ski themed today, and Tommy, it suits the weather, honestly.
Absolutely. I think that might have been intentional,
Yeah.
Let them bundle up and stick with the theme. It's kind of them. We are excited for this game. We're having each of the teams having their last moment huddle before kickoff. It is exciting. They are ready to go.
They're moments away from kickoff. I mean,
absolutely.
We are just absolutely excited to get this underway. This will be Jake Solner's last kickoff.
Absolutely. Oh, no, it looks like the Blue Dragons have won the kickoff. Berlin will be receiving to start off.
This will be Kyle Melville's last kickoff return at Sage Park in a Redcoat uniform.
Absolutely. last opening kickoff return, and we are excited. Kicking from the right hash here. They are kicking towards the scoreboard. It is going to be a great night for
Ready
Redcoat
to get
football.
underway here. I'm excited, Tommy. Are you?
I'm excited, but I am cold.
Yeah.
I will tell you that.
Can't say that any better.
Cannot say my hand warmer is warming up fast enough for my liking. And the whistle, ladies and gentlemen.
Here we go.
And the kickoff from the right hash. It is low. It will roll down into the end zone. Will be a touchback. Good kick. I like the strategy. Keep it low. I'm sure for both kickers it is going to be awful to kick tonight
Absolutely.
in any weather.
I mean, kicking a ball at all in, the cold, it hurts your feet, honestly.
Absolutely. See, Solner on the sideline is warming up. He wants to be locked in. Last home game, he did not kick great, but he is excited. I talked to them earlier today. He is ready to dominate. He's a great kicker. He's got great range. Earlier during warm-ups, he was nailing 45-yarders with ease.
Talked to Gabriel about, I would say 45 minutes ago. I told him, get a pick for me. He said, absolutely, I will get a pick.
Absolutely. And here we are. Puzio in the backfield. Melville to his right. Takes a snap. Hands it off to Torado in motion. Cutting up the side. He is past. He's going forward. Past the 50. Down past the 40. Past the 30. And dragged out of bounds at the 20. What a way to start it off for the Redcoats.
Caden Torado on the jet sweep, it looked. Absolutely got down that sideline, beat his man. What a start to this game.
Phenomenal start for the Redcoats. They are deep in the Middletown territory. They are setting the tone exactly as they wanted. What a play call.
And it looks like they're discussing.
Oh, no. Might have been a flag on the play. Looks like they are coming back. I got to imagine it's holding on the Redcoats.
Would have been an amazing way to start a senior night for a senior.
Absolutely, but.
Yep, flag was thrown, and it seems as if the Redcoats are going to be pushed back.
All the way back.
But like we said, the fast
flag
guys
on the field on the Middletown. Yes. Oh, and he took the flag away. That's what we're talking about.
There you go. Just like they wanted.
Let's go. That's what we're talking about.
What a way to start it off for a senior. I mean, like we said, Torado, Carmine Rio, Gabe Rio, Melville. Those are really fast guys. That jet sweep can kill you every time.
Absolutely. And in this cold, you got to imagine that your reaction time is just a little bit slower. You're just a little less ready for those types of things.
Absolutely.
Now discussing in the pocket. You got to imagine they're going to run it again. They just had such a great job.
I think a toss to Melville here would probably be the right call. Maybe toss left side.
Dasher in motion in the slot now. Melville in the backfield. Puzio in the shotgun, ready to take the snap.
DeJesus as the fullback. They've been doing this a bunch this year, like we saw. Melville and DeJesus, fullback and halfback situation, lined up a little bit differently.
The Rio's wide out. We do have Carmine Rio one-on-one on the left side. And it seems like there is a little bit of confusion.
Here we go. We're getting ready.
And Puzio ready. Dasher in motion, pump fakes the jet sweep, and handed to Melville, and he is wrapped up almost instantaneously.
Well, I mean, you could just I think if you're Middletown, you just knew that run was coming. You absolutely once you saw the formation, you knew it was going to Melville. It was not another jet sweep.
Absolutely. They put their big guys in there. They just were looking to stuff that run. Now, it was great run stuff. The Berlin offensive line has had troubles. They are.
If I'm the offensive coordinator, Tommy, I mean, I would probably throw it on this. Mix up the run with the pass a little bit.
And they hand it off to Melville, who cuts up the middle, breaks a tackle, up the middle, and he is down inside the 5.
I mean,
great run.
I mean, what I said was wrong. A great run by Melville to get inside the 5, inside the red zone. And, I mean, now the Redcoats are in prime position to score 6.
Absolutely. He just found the gap in the line. Great blocking job. Looks like Riccatelli is coming into the game now. Puzio's still out there. Riccatelli lining up on the offensive line. Looks like I'm not going to lie to you, Cole. I think they're going to run this ball.
Yeah.
Show and run right now.
Looks like a direct snap
a
bad snap.
And a flag on the play. Flag down near the offensive line. You got to imagine a false start, neutral zone infraction, something along those lines.
Gotta hope, gotta hope. I mean, there was a flag there. We saw it fly.
Absolutely. Almost as the snap happened, makes me think.
Looks like they're pushed all the way back, and the flag's still on that field
Yeah.
at the 4-yard line.
Let's see what the call is.
And he sees the flag.
Yeah.
And
Seems
I think they meant to pick it up, or
Penalty was declined.
yeah.
You got to imagine at that point, illegal shift on the offense. You got to imagine that
Yeah.
they're just going to rather put him back. It was a nifty play call there. They were trying to go with a direct snap. It was just a little over Melville's head,
Yeah.
but he did a good job. He got back. He laid on the ball.
Second to goal. This is a pass, or it could be a quarterback option.
There we go. Jet sweep, fakes the Melville. Puzio cutting up. He's going down. He's in for a touchdown. Puzio. What a run.
Confetti and smoke flying in the Red Sea. Like I said, that quarterback option, something Puzio's done all year.
Play
which
action.
has been absolute. It's been his game.
Absolutely. Play action to Melville. And Puzio, a phenomenal run right up the side into the end zone. Redcoats take a 6-0 lead here at Sage Park.
Took 5 plays to score.
Absolutely. Great run there. Now Solner lining up the PAT.
Solner's been a very accurate kicker on PATs later in the year. Was a little bit shaky in the start, but he's gotten way better.
Absolutely. Snap, hold, and that is about as right down the middle as you can get. Redcoats take a 7-0 lead. Great start to the game.
I was hoping for that kick. I didn't jinx him, Tommy. I
You did not jinx
hoped
it.
I didn't jinx him.
We've made that mistake in the past.
Yeah.
But now we're looking
Solid
Solner
here.
back to kick it off. Middletown looks like they're having a quick huddle. Just looking to get themselves back in this game. It's not a great start.
They got to know that the Redcoats are coming out hungry. Senior night playoff spot available, fighting, dogging for that. I mean, they want that playoff spot.
Absolutely. You know they do.
You know, they've just been all week. They've just been pushing it to the limit 100% every single day.
Absolutely. We know 2 years ago they went to the state championship and lost to Notre Dame West Haven. Last year they did not qualify for the playoffs.
Tommy,
Or they made it to the playoffs and lost very quickly.
Tommy, I went to that Notre Dame West Haven game, and I can tell you it's cold to watch a 35-8 game.
Yeah, absolutely. They want to make a dominant playoff run. They want to contend for that championship again.
Get back to Rentschler Field is something
absolutely.
I would love to see.
I would love to commentate. And now
Absolutely.
Solner with the kickoff. Good high kick. Received about the 10. He looks like he will be returning it. Not many blockers for him, and he will get wrapped up quickly. Oh, wow. A dog pile there at the 15-yard line. The Redcoats stuff him down there.
This special team started off the year shaky, but they have gotten way better. They've been one of the difference makers in these past couple of games like we saw.
Absolutely. If you remember against Daniel Hand, they were terrible. They were
not the best.
Not blocking well. They were not getting down the field to make tackles, but since then they have really taken over. And now let's talk about this Berlin front seven. They are phenomenal. What a great defensive line and linebacker
Sean Granger,
group.
Will Balicki.
Absolutely. CJ Riccatelli, they just are so good at getting in there, putting pressure.
I haven't seen a deep ball for a touchdown on these corners all year in the safeties.
Absolutely. As now snap taken. Looks like a QB run right off the bat. Jumps out to the right, and he is taken down within seconds.
I mean, you're not going to get a much better D-line than right here, Tom.
I don't think you will.
You won't get a much better D-line. I mean, you have guys that are able to play in college, especially your two best ones in Granger and Balicki.
Absolutely.
Can't really get better than that.
Riccatelli is solid, too.
Absolutely.
So is Revenoff. They are playing great football.
These defensive backs, like we said, fast, strong, quick, can get to any deep ball that this quarterback tries.
Absolutely. Snap taken, dropping back, only rushing 3. Fires it down the field, and it is just overthrown. Melville on the coverage there.
I gotta say, for a backup quarterback, that's a better arm than I expected, honestly.
Absolutely. Looks like he had a little bit of separation, but Melville was right there if he did pull that in to make a tackle. But again, the Redcoats only rushed 3, and they had pressure right up in the quarterback's face.
This O-line has to know they're playing against an amazing D-line. These receivers they have to know that they're playing against fast corners. This quarterback knows he probably can't air it out every time.
Absolutely. He's got to pick and choose his battles, and he's got to make the right choices.
Absolutely.
Now, looking at
Two receivers on each side with a fullback in that backfield.
Another drops back, rushing 4, blitzer off the side, fires it quickly to his fullback, who will make a few cuts and will be taken down rather quickly for a 6-yard gain.
That's what you want. You want 3 and out right now.
Absolutely. And that is a 3 and out. The Redcoats start off phenomenally on both ends.
You know what would be amazing? You know what would be amazing?
Punt return.
Punt return for a touchdown. That would be incredible.
This place would erupt. This is the most packed I have seen Sage Park yet this year. This place is busy.
It's like it's like a holiday senior night for football, honestly, at Sage Park.
Absolutely. It is a Berlin tradition. Now the punter, bad snap, has to adjust to it, gets the kick off. Melville down there does not look like he will field it. Will take a neutral bounce, and that will be touched at the 35-yard line.
There it is.
Redcoat offense coming out last time. Obviously, the big run by Torado, a few plays, and Puzio ran it in for the touchdown.
I mean,
got to imagine they're looking for something similar.
Yeah.
You know, they pound the ball on the ground. They
Yeah.
are a great running offense, and they have the ability to air it out whenever they need to. They're a special team.
I mean, they've been run heavy all year, and it's not saying that Puzio's just handing the ball off every time. He's a part of that run game.
Absolutely. Puzio's quick and agile. Melville is fast. DeJesus is just powerful. He just runs people over.
Torado on that jet sweep.
Absolutely. They've got speed and physicality on every single side of the ball.
Carmine and Gabriel on each side. Puzio fakes it, tipped him, bobbled, and fell on the ground as it seemed it got tipped. As Cody Puzio really tried to get that one out short, and that is his first pass play of the game.
Absolutely. Now, Cole, I got to tell you something. Number 12 for Middletown is wearing yellow gloves. It's throwing me off every time I see him move. I think he's got a flag on the play, but.
Yeah, I mean, yellow gloves, I don't know if that's real. I would wear red. I would wear red gloves, honestly, try to get away with a little bit of holding.
Absolutely. Harder to see the hold if they're wearing red gloves.
A little tug on the jersey.
Takes the snap.
Puzio
Play action.
fakes,
Pressure in his face, and he's just going to throw that away. Right down the sideline.
Lofted that one away, Tommy. I mean, couldn't really do much.
No, not at all. He had pressure in his face. It was a good choice. He didn't try and force anything.
I mean, pressure immediately.
You know, he got rid of it. It was a great job.
He did.
Smart quarterback.
Yep. Like we said, that's a really good attribute that he has.
Absolutely. He has so few interceptions on this season. He's smart with the football. It's a really great factor of his game.
They seem to keep Gabriel on that right sideline one-on-one.
Absolutely. Empty backfield. Now, while this would normally be a pass, Puzio has the legs. He might run it here.
This looks like a quarterback run to me. Puzio fires, and he's got his man DeJesus down the sideline. Cuts back, breaks the tackle, and is out across the 50-yard line.
That's enough for a first down.
Definitely
Great play.
Enough. Definitely enough. That's going to move those chains for the Redcoats as they get near about the 50-yard line as DeJesus dive. But
see, DeJesus, he was wrapped up and he fought for their 5, 6, 7 yards. It's a great run. You got to play like that.
That's definitely his attribute. Ball will be placed at the 49, so they are in Blue Dragon territory.
Absolutely. Now you got DeJesus in the backfield. Rio Torado, Melville on the left. Rio on the right.
Three receivers on the right, and Melville Torado are both in the slot. Puzio, play action. Puzio, elusive quarterback. He's just going to get pulled down in that backfield. As some fans are not happy with that play call.
No, they are not. We're hearing them pretty loud. But we're looking now at a 2nd and 12. Great defense there for Middletown. The Berlin Redcoats offensive line just did not block in the way they needed to.
Yeah.
And Puzio, he tried to evade, but there's not much he can do there.
Very elusive quarterback, like we said. He's pretty much a running back. He played receiver for JV last year, so he's a very quick and fast guy. Has quick feet, but that just didn't seem like it worked out so well.
Absolutely. Now, like Puzio
Still
again.
one-on-one.
Melville behind him. We got the fullback in DeJesus. Looks like a
Dorado
run.
in the slot with Gabriel lined up right beside him on that right side. Puzio hands it off as he will get tripped at about near the 50-yard line.
It'll be a gain of,
Kyle
looks like
Melville.
none. So they'll give him a yard.
They gave him nothing there, and
3rd and 12 here.
this is going to be a pass for sure.
You never know.
This has to be a pass.
It could be a pass, but it could be another jet sweep, some kind of deception.
I mean, with Puzio, when you pass that ball, when you run a pass play, you have two options with Puzio.
Absolutely.
Dorado in the slot, DeJesus and Melville in the backfield.
Play action.
Puzio play action. Rolls out to his right.
Directing his receivers. He's
Redirecting
going to run,
traffic.
and he'll
He's
get
gonna
hit out of
run
bounds.
and not get much knocked out of bounds in the Blue Dragon territory, but not even close for a first down as the Redcoat punt team gets ready to see this field. And I mean, a great start to this game. Second drive, not so much.
Not what you're looking for, but Puzio was trying to direct some traffic there. He's trying to get his receivers in a spot where he can get the ball to him. He just was unable to. So
Fourth and 8 coming up here. 6:23 left in this first quarter. Cyrus Revenoff, the man to punt. We are awaiting the punt. Gets a signal, low snap, and the punt is away. A decent punt as it will be fielded by Middletown, trying to cut upfield, eluding a couple defenders, and he gets smacked by Lucas Revenoff inside the 20-yard line.
Yeah, great job. I was not expecting him to field that there, but Revenoff was right there. He knocked him down.
Right there. An amazing hit. And I mean, if you're this defense, you got to win number 3 now. You got to know you're playing up against the backup quarterback.
Absolutely.
Didn't have the best first drive, but you never know. This game still has so much football left to play.
Absolutely. You got to. The pressure that Berlin's been able to get while rushing less than 5 is truly impressive. You never know.
Empty backfield, which is something that they've been running, just an empty backfield with a fullback lined up right beside him, man in motion to the right. He's going to give it to him, trying to cut upfield, trying to get what he can, and he is met, still pushing, as it seemed he fought for an extra 4 yards or so, which would bring them to about a 2nd and 8, 2nd and 7 just about.
I like the play call from Middletown. You know, the Jets, I just don't think that their runner made the correct choice. I think he should have continued outward. It looked like there was a bunch of room over there. We are looking at a 2nd and 3 up here.
So gain of about 7 yards. Pretty solid, honestly, for Middletown. I mean, that jet sweep is something that I think they should run.
Absolutely. He pushed for 4 or 5 extra yards after he got hit, but I think he's got to bounce outside next time. I think he'll have way more success with that.
Receivers on each side with the empty backfield, which is something they have been doing a lot. Quick screen and low to the ground, who
called incomplete.
Called incomplete. I mean, he had to die for that. That was not the best pass, honestly.
Absolutely. Low pass. We're looking at a 3rd and 3 here. Crowd excited. They really want another 3 and out.
Absolutely. I mean, I would want another 3 and out too. I mean, that's a really good way to start this senior night in this first quarter, especially.
Absolutely.
Excited to see what the play call is here.
Got to imagine they're going to try and run it. You know, they've had more success in running it than throwing it.
They run a running back in the backfield. The give to him. He's trying to be spun, and Balicki Manham got out of it, but he's brought down for, looked like a loss.
Great play.
Yes, 3 and out again for this Redcoat defense.
Balicki, Revenoff, Riccatelli were all in there on that stop. It's a great defensive play. 4th and 4 now. That is what this Redcoat offensive line or defensive line will do. They will get in there. They'll create pressure.
Yes.
Melville back to take the kickoff.
To take the kickoff. We can see here, rained here in Berlin. I mean, it was wet when I woke up this morning.
It was raining when I was driving here. Now
and the punt is away, and we'll take a bounce inside the 35-yard line at about the 38-yard line. And so, I mean, this Redcoat team, they have to get another touchdown.
Absolutely. Something I'd like to note, the Middletown punter has getting a great amount of spin on his punts because both of them have stopped dead where they landed. They've bounced up. They have not gone forward or backward. They've gone only
Looked like a little bit of
horizontal.
backspin to me.
Absolutely. Great kicks. And now Puzio back out there for their 3rd drive. Let's see. Got to imagine they're going to start with a run here.
Yeah.
They've succeeded in a little bit of a play-action deception
I think
area.
we could see another quarterback option possibly with Puzio. I mean, you also have Melville in the backfield.
DeJesus is the fullback right now. Yeah, the jet sweep. Cuts outside, and he is met soon.
It's upended at the 35-yard line.
Great tackle there by Middletown. He got in there. He turned him over.
2nd and 13 coming up here for this Berlin Redcoat offense.
Absolutely.
I mean, there's not much you can do. Blocks weren't set up so well.
No.
I mean, he just met you right there. I mean, there's not much you can do. You can't really break out of that. Went low for your legs.
Not a ton you can do there. I mean, got to the outside. He did what he was supposed to, and there's just defenders there. That's on the blocking team. Snap is taken, dropping back, looking around, hits Rio, who bobbles it. He's running down the sideline. It's an open field. He's got one man to beat, and he runs him over inside the 20. Great catch and run by Rio.
The screens, jet sweeps worked very early in this game. Gabe Rio got a huge gain, going from a loss to a really positive gain, getting inside the red zone, and now in prime position for 6 points.
Incredible job. And props to Puzio as well. He saw his man. He found where he needed to put the ball, and he hit him right in the hands. It's a great catch, great run.
Absolutely. I mean, it just looked like he had yard space. I thought he was gone.
I thought he was too. You just had a one Middletown defender to get him, but.
As you can see Melville in the backfield. You got to imagine this is probably a run.
Absolutely. And they hand it off to Melville, who cuts to the left. He's got defenders to beat, and he'll be wrapped up pretty quickly.
Seems like they've been really just focused on the Redcoats' run game.
Absolutely.
This Middletown defense has.
Is fair. The Redcoats thrive off the run, but you see, I look at a situation like that, or the short pass where they let their receivers speed produce. Looking at 2nd and 11 there, Melville losing 1 yard.
This first quarter has been in favor of the Redcoats. From what I've seen in this first quarter, we still have a lot of football left, but the Redcoats are going to go to the playoffs. But there's still like a ton of football left, so you can't really.
You never really
say
know,
this
but
too early. But as of right now,
the Redcoats are setting the tone as they want to. Now, Melville with the run, breaks a tackle, spinning through it. He's still on his feet, and he is down inside the 10. Now, we do have to note, even if the Redcoats do lose this game, there is about a 30% chance they will still make the playoffs. They just need a couple other teams to lose to make it. But
really tough.
Winning this game would almost entirely sure up their playoff chances.
Yeah, I wouldn't really want to wait on other teams to lose. I feel like I would just want to win and then just get in, play. You were talking to me before the game. You said they would play Watertown.
Watertown, as of right now, you never know how the other games this evening are going to shake out. But
you never know what we can see here. Melville in the backfield with the Jesus lined up right in front of him.
He got motion and hands it off to Melville, who cuts up the middle, and he is in easily for a touchdown. More confetti, more silly string flying above the Red Sea. I'm hearing bells. Redcoats take a 13-0 lead with an extra point from Solner coming up. I mean, it's a good play call. It's
great
what you got to do.
I mean, Kyle Melville on senior night with a touchdown. Couldn't really want it any better for the captain and leader of this team.
Absolutely. You sold him on the play fake. You handed it off. Got right up the middle.
Now, we do have to know, Melville is the holder. And I'm not going to lie, holder might be one of the tougher positions in football.
Absolutely.
You got to get that. You got to get that hold to the kicker's desired. That's a lot to deal with.
It is.
If you mess up, the whole team messes up, honestly, on that special teams. Solner 1 for 1 on the day thus far, nailing the opening PAT for this Berlin Redcoats team.
Did you guys catch the drum dance on that one? Did you guys get that one?
And now, Solner lining up the PAT. His first kick was about as perfect as you could imagine, especially in this weather, him with his 2 different cleats on.
Don't jinx him. Don't jinx him, Tommy.
Like I said.
Right down the middle.
Oh, they just called it no good.
Tommy.
I got to say, from our perspective, that looks right down the middle. There's nothing much we can do about it.
We don't have the greatest perspective up here.
I won't lie, but it looks through the uprights.
Tommy.
Guess you're wrong. I'm not going to say another word about Solner's kick.
Tommy, I told you don't jinx him, and you jinxed him.
That's on me. I'll take the fall for that missed kick. That's on me.
Next time if Solner listens to this and he sees you,
I'm going to be hearing some words about it.
You're going to have some words.
I walk into Capstone, I'm going to hear about it, but
you're going to hear some
choice words.
Choice words from Solner.
Absolutely. And now Solner getting ready for the kickoff. Berlin with a very comfortable 13-0 lead. Not going to lie, Cole, looks like my prediction is going to fare out a little better than yours.
Yeah.
What was your prediction again? You were 35-14, I was 42-14, right? Yeah, I like my number a little better.
I mean, it's not really about the predictions. It's about, far from over, I would say, Tommy.
From the way it's looked so far, I like the Redcoats' chances. You never know, but I like their chances.
Yeah. Let's not predict the game away here, Tommy. Solner ready to kick this one away.
And the low kick right at a Middletown receiver who is already up to the he does not get to the 40 before he is met and promptly pushed back.
Here comes the defense running onto this field. They are hyped. They are pumped. They are ready, trying to force, a pick 6 here, Tommy.
Be huge. This place would erupt.
Unbelievable.
No. Now, if you're Middletown, what do you have to do to get back in this game? Obviously, you got to score on this drive. That's a non-negotiable.
I would even settle for a field goal, but you got to get in range first. It doesn't matter how many plays it takes you. If you're on 4th and short, I would say go for it. You know you're down 13. You need, because the momentum is just in the Redcoats' favor. They could score any time.
Without a doubt, as he takes the snap, hands it off, cuts up the middle, breaks a tackle, but is met quickly for a gain of 2 yards there.
They jet sweep to him a lot, and he looks very elusive from what I've saw these past 2 jet sweeps. Looks like he has quick feet, going to be able to cut in between numerous Redcoat defenders.
Absolutely, but the Redcoats still getting up there.
2nd and 6 coming up here for Middletown Blue Dragons offense.
But despite his speed, that elusiveness, despite the speed and elusiveness that he has, the Redcoats defense is still getting up there. They're making the stops.
Stay tuned at the end of the quarter for a couple replays of some key plays that happened in this first quarter. Empty backfield coming up here for Middletown.
As he takes the snap, drops back, throws deep, and that is a little overthrown. Rio on the coverage there.
He has a decent arm. He just does not have the deep ball accuracy.
Absolutely.
Every single deep ball he's thrown, he absolutely missed them by a couple yards.
Oh, yeah. And it's just overthrown. He's got to hone in on that control. Although, to be fair, Rio was tight on that coverage there. I don't like that throw choice from him. You feel like it's risky. It's risky.
Yeah. You don't really want to throw that kind of ball. I would even just run it. We don't know how athletic this quarterback is.
But got to imagine, if
Looking
you're
at
Middletown, you got to hit the slant here. You got to start producing short before you really. Let's think about it. If you're playing golf, you haven't hit a fairway in 18 months, and it looks like there's a penalty here that'll move the chains.
So first down, so they went from 3rd and 6 to 1st and 10, under a minute to go left in this first quarter.
It's like that will likely be a personal foul on the Redcoats. They moved those chains.
You don't really want that at all. Could be a hold.
You got to imagine it's a personal foul. It was way after the play. It was a big chunk of yards that they got moved.
I didn't see a flag fly anywhere during the play.
I did not either, to be honest with you, but
empty backfield once more. They stack trips right.
Absolutely. As that takes a snap, and it's a jet sweep. He cuts forward. Runs right into Revanoff, who takes him down.
But like I said, Tommy, a field goal would really do the trick. At this point, you're at this position in the field. If you're on 4th and short, go for it.
Absolutely.
Because you know momentum swinging in the Redcoats' direction, even though you're down here. It took a flag and a couple jet sweeps.
Absolutely.
But this Redcoats offense just has an amazing momentum going for them right now. I think you go for it on 4th and short.
I don't know. It depends where you are. Depends how easy of a kick. We don't know how good their kicker is.
Yeah.
Like we got one more play before the half.
Possibly one more play left.
And will they call it off? Takes a snap, gets it off before the half, and he'll just run it right into several Redcoats. Nicky Ibrahimi.
Rich Italian, Nicky Ibrahimi were right there on him.
Great defense. And that'll be the end of the first quarter. We're going to hit you with some Redcoat replays right now. Cole, why don't you talk us through these?
Talk you through the replays right here. So the first one coming up right here, you could see Puzio with an empty backfield. After that bad snap to Melville, you were thinking, oh yeah, this is probably a pass right here, right? Melville comes in motion, fakes right to Melville, cuts up, and then he just cuts up the middle of the field. Number 2 completely missed him, couldn't keep up with Puzio. Touchdown, Redcoats, and now we're gonna look at Kyle Melville's rushing touchdown. So Melville is in the backfield. They have 2 receivers right in Tirado and Carmine Rio, both amazing receivers. Tirado comes in motion, fakes the jet sweep, hands it off to Melville, cuts it upfield, gets his blocks. He is gone. Touchdown, which leads us to the score of 13-0, and does his little dance in that back of the end zone. Gets lifted up by number 77, Jared Riley, as we get ready to go here in that second
Absolutely.
quarter.
And it does look like a flag was called on that dance for taunting, but what are you going to do? I don't agree with that call.
I don't agree with that.
He's just having fun. They scored a touchdown. What are you going to do? But
What are you going to do?
now Middletown on The Redcoat 39-yard line, looking ready to make a play. Looks like it's going to be 3rd and 6 here.
They have 3 receivers on the right side, 1 on the left side.
Looks like they're trying to get him to jump off sides. Looks like they're changing the play last minute here.
Still awaiting the snap.
So we just watched every single Middletown player simultaneously check their play cards.
I mean, yeah. I mean, changing up the play a little
Takes a
bit.
snap, pressure in there, gets the throw off, and he has got more than enough for a
He gets
first down. For
Wrapped up
Revenoff
Cyrus Revenoff.
rips him to the ground, but
Spun him down, and I mean, props to that quarterback. That's a really tough throw to make, I have to say.
absolutely pressure right in his face. He got the throw off.
Especially by this strong Redcoats defensive line.
Absolutely, but I'm sure he is going to be feeling that hit the next
Yeah.
morning. But
Tomorrow morning, 10:35, he's going to be really in pain.
10:35 precisely, Cole. I agree with that. Not 10:30, 10:35.
I mean, got to say 10:35, Tommy. Got to
Now,
wake up bright and early.
empty backfield. It's like Riccatelli's going to be blitzing off the left
They
side
ran a
here.
lot of empty backfield, 3 receivers on the left side.
Got 4 on the pressure. Riccatelli putting it in there. He's going to fire it up into the air, and that is
Picked
intercepted.
That's
Rio,
Gabe
he's
Rio
going down.
the sideline.
He's got 1 man to beat,
Rio!
and he will be
Touchdown, Redcoats!
Let's go! A pick 6 from 90-plus yards.
I
Runs
talked
it
to
in.
Gabriel before the game. I said, get a pick. He said, I will. He didn't just get a pick. He got a pick 6.
Great play there.
That brings us to 19-0 early in this second quarter.
Redcoats, the entirety of the momentum. You know, the instant he threw that ball, it was just a floater.
Tommy, your score prediction.
Rio with the interception there.
Your score prediction's looking a little bit better than
I'm
mine.
liking it as we're halfway there already, but essentially, Rio, it was the throw was a floater. It was easy to get under. It was a little over his receiver's head again.
Got
And
down that sideline, had his blockers. I mean, we'll look at the replay later, give
But-
you a full in-depth dive on the play, but
the great catching, basically a catch, and he just flew down the sideline. Looks like
they're going for 2 here, trying to make this
Absolutely.
21-0 game.
yeah,
This looks like another direct
I will
snap.
tell ya.
Puzio lined up by receiver on that right
I
side.
recognize this formation.
Looks
This
like
is the direct snap.
looked like the high snap.
Right to Melville, who is going to go right in
In.
for that 2-point conversion. Gabe Rio with the interception there. We're going to look at the Redcoat replay of the interception there.
See right here is a floater picked off. Broke that tackle, eludes 1 man. Has blockers down that sideline. 66 trying to chug his way there, can't get there. Number 11 had a shot on him. A great block by freshman Nick Balicki, and he is just in for 6.
It's a great play, you know. Not only being able to get under that ball, make the pick, keep yourselves in bound, but also trusting that you're going to have blockers downfield to create for you. It's a really well done job by the Redcoats.
Absolutely.
As they now have a 21-0 lead here at the top of the second quarter.
How about a forced fumble on special teams?
I think this place might become louder than I have ever heard it before. This place just erupted on that interception, but
I mean, we have headsets on, can't really hear the crowd too much, but we heard that.
absolutely.
Solner with a beautiful kick, and that will just fall right into the end zone. That's pretty much what you want right there.
Absolutely. You know, don't even give them a chance to create that momentum. Keep them deep in their own territory, force that offense to produce for them.
I mean, if there's another pick 6 right here, you could really pack this one away immediately, honestly.
Absolutely, you know.
28-0 early in the
Now,
second.
I mean, I think emotionally we could pack it away, but Cole, we do have to commentate 4 quarters of football here.
Yeah.
Now the Redcoat defense coming out there, they have been dominant. They have been forcing them into 3rd and longs, and they have not been letting them really create any kind of production on offense at all.
So you can see different team does come out after halftime, Tommy.
Absolutely. Last game we
Sometimes
commentated, that is exactly what happened to the Redcoats. They're down 7-0 at the half, and they came out and they did not. They just
Utilized their
flew.
run game, made into Jesus.
Absolutely. They just slammed their foot on the pedal, and they just played great football for the second half.
J.J. Ribeiro with empty backfield here with 2 receivers lined up on each side of him. Man coming in motion, looking on the jet sweep, trying to cut upfield, and he is met. What a tackle by freshman Nick Balicki.
Gets right there in his face. Solo tackle, great job. Him and his brother are two very good football players.
Two very good football players. I mean, playing varsity as a freshman,
It's truly incredible.
especially in football, is not something you see a lot.
Absolutely. Really shows you the talent that he's got.
Yeah, really in any sport, honestly. And, I mean, if you get another pick six, I mean, this place will just erupt.
I think we gotta calm ourselves, Cole. I really don't know if that'll happen.
I mean,
you can keep hoping, and I'm gonna keep hoping, but you really never
it'd be
know.
amazing to commentate. Riberio empty backfield. Riberio, he's looking deep and overthrows his man again. And I mean, every ball that he's thrown has been overthrown. It's great coverage by Carmine Rio. Just couldn't
Absolutely.
get it right.
I will say that was a gorgeous pass. That was about that's 3 yards short. That's an easy 30-yard catch.
I mean, he's definitely going to keep attempting that deep ball. I mean, I would be scared to see, that one that connects.
Absolutely. He's got the arm. He just doesn't have that control yet, and I'm sure that's what he'll be working on
Yeah,
for next year.
he is a senior, Tommy.
I guess he won't be working on it next year then.
2 receivers lined up on each side. Looking like an empty backfield. This will probably be another jet sweep, a similar formation to that jet sweep that we saw just 2 plays ago.
Absolutely. He'll come off the left side. You've got the fullback in there.
And
Never
no,
mind.
this will be a pass. As Riberia's pressured and goes down. Looked like Brooks Koepka got in there.
Brooks Ellis.
Brooks Ellis.
Brooks Koepka, world famous golfer. As Brooks Ellis is in there for the tackle alongside Sean Granger. It's a great defensive play by the Redcoats. We really are nothing but the best here for your Berlin commentators. Now we are looking at a 4th and 19. Middletown punting it again, and that is a high and short punt that will not roll an inch, as the Redcoats will take the ball at the Middletown 35-yard line.
I apologize. I thought it was Koepka for a second.
Yeah.
I watched golf earlier. I watched golf earlier today. I thought
That's fair. I'll give you that one. But it'd be pretty incredible if multi-time champion golfer was having sacks in our football field.
there's a Masters.
That's true. We are under a Masters umbrella just in case of rain right now.
A lot of golf related
Our wonderful
stuff.
producer gave this to us.
Made me think Koepka. Puzio takes snap, play action, looking to throw, lofting left sideline. Melville, who is gonna get in for a Redcoat touchdown.
Great play. Breaks the tackle. He dives in, and the kip up.
6 more points for the Redcoats.
Absolutely.
8:58 left to go.
It's
It is an onslaught here at Sage Park.
One play. Great job by Puzio.
You know who I see? You know who I see on that O-line? I see Brooks Koepka on that O-line. That's who I see on that O-line.
That would be something. And now, Solner out there for the extra point, or no?
Looks like they're gonna go for 2. Puzio,
Yeah,
and
Puzio
Jesus
coming
running
back out. They want that. They were going pedal to the metal here. There's 27-0 here.
Puzio and Riccitelli are in. As Puzio lines up left side, this is probably going to be a quarterback run. Riccitelli's a strong, statured, tall quarterback. Whenever he plays middle linebacker also.
Yep, and he runs it right up the middle for the 2-point conversion. Now, I will say, I'm not certain about this, so take this with a grain of salt. If there is a tie, playoff placement could be decided off of margin of points.
A tie, Tommy?
If there's a tie between records, Cole.
Oh.
For the playoff bracket. The placement could be decided by points. It could
Tie
be decided by home wins. It could be decided by in-conference wins. It's a safeguard. You know, you got to play for as much advantage as you can in those playoffs, because if Berlin, you do not want to have to go play someone like Daniel Hand,
you
who
don't want to play
we sat
somebody
here
like
and
Daniel
watched
Hand.
them get slaughtered by earlier this season. And though I think they're a much better football team and would give them a little more of a fight, you don't want to risk something like that.
Brooks Koepka could have really, affected that game.
Really, it would have been something.
I apologize, ladies and gentlemen, for that golf-related term.
It's all right. We've made plenty of mistakes on these broadcasts. I thought that extra point from Solner earlier was in. Let me tell you, I keep making that mistake for some reason, and I couldn't tell you why.
I mean,
Just been told, Cole, we have a new rule. We got to wait until it's signaled. And it's a
Solner-
kickoff from Solner.
and that's just going to bounce right into the end zone.
Redcoat replay coming up. Cole, you want to take this one or do you think I got it?
I got it. Okay, so you have Cody Puzio here with Melville in the backfield, the man who actually scored the touchdown. DeJesus as the fullback, and you can see kicks his leg, calls DeJesus onto the left side. Now DeJesus runs on the right side, but then Melville on that wheel route, a little fake there as he just catches it down that sideline. People were questioning, did he stay in bounds? He did. Tiptoe down the sideline, spun in, touchdown.
Remember, just got to get that football across the plane, and that's a touchdown despite him stepping out of bounds after he got in. Now the Redcoat defense out there, got to imagine they're hungry for blood. They want this.
I mean, I see little new numbers out there, number 24.
Absolutely. Takes a snap up the middle, and he is stuffed right away.
Immediately. Looked as if Nick Bulicki was in there and a couple others of that Redcoat defense as 29-0, 8:37 left to go.
Absolutely. Great start. This Redcoats team is cruising. They're doing exactly what they wanted to do coming into this game.
I mean, are any of our predictions going to be right today, Tommy?
I don't know. I might have underestimated the Redcoats. Not something I think I've ever done, but
I mean,
they are surprising me here. They are dominating right now.
an impressive show for senior night as different quarterback in the game will just put it on the screen pass, cutting left side, trying to get a block as he's running down that sideline, shoved out of bounds inside the 40 flag is thrown.
Now that was a high flag, I will say. He got that thing up in the air, but flag will likely be on the Redcoats.
CJ Moore
was injured. CJ Moore was injured. They've put him back in there. Looks like maybe they were putting him on a little bit of a safety, but just now putting him in, trying to have any chance they can.
Yeah, 24 and senior Cole Nadeau in this game. I mean, you got to imagine the seniors that don't start are definitely going to play, especially at this point.
Absolutely. It's senior night. You got to give them their minutes if you can. And, yeah, these chains are moving. Got to imagine late hit, taunting, excessive celebration, something along those lines is what's getting these chains moving. Now the ball is going to be at the Berlin 45-yard line.
So CJ Moore, number 12, the quarterback, the yellow gloves that we saw today.
Interesting, as now in the backfield, takes a snap, hands it off, runs up the middle, and he is met instantly but fights for what will be close to a first down. There, you got a little info on the quarterback. He is a junior. 623 passing yards in the season, 2 interceptions, 5 touchdowns. I mean, it's a passer rating of 90.8.
Seems like they're a very run-heavy team from these stats that we just heard from you, Tommy, a little bit facts. I mean, they probably will pass it a little bit more with him as a junior. They don't produce a ton of yards in a very low-yard offense that we've seen in past games.
Also reflected by their record, you know. 3-6 is not great. As he takes a snap, drop back, hits his screen, and who is going to be taken down by Melville.
Kyle Melville immediately met him, but that will be enough for a first down and moving those chains.
And he is limping after that hit.
I mean, got right to him. I mean, it was a just dive with that helmet onto those legs.
He is on the ground. That is not good. I'm going to step away for a moment. Now, the Redcoats, they got to be thrilled with how they're starting. You know, 29-0, playing great defense. The offense is producing exactly how you want to. I think the Redcoats are really putting themselves in a great position here to win.
They really are. I mean, the offense, the defense, the special teams, everybody has just been locked in from this start of the week. I mean, they know a playoff spot is at stake. They really want this win, and it looks like thus far, with momentum swinging, they could possibly get it in this late fourth quarter that we're going to see in just 2 quarters.
Absolutely. Looks like the Redcoats, despite the injury, are taking advantage, and they are huddling up. They're talking strategy. They want to stay locked in. They don't want to risk any chance of what would be admittedly unexpected and pretty crushing comeback from Middletown. And now the injured Middletown player is walking off the field under his own power. It's a good sign.
Yep.
You're going to guess he was probably shaken up, but we will probably not see him.
Even though we are commentating for the Berlin Redcoats, I mean, we don't want to see any injuries. We're just coming here,
not.
watch a football game, commentate over it. These players are just coming to play a football game, not get hurt.
Absolutely. And it's a great sign that he's walking off under his own power. We're going to hope to see him later in the game. That was Buttram, their best receiver there, or excuse me, running back. As he now takes a snap, hits his screen, and who cuts out to the outside. He's got one block, cuts back inside, and the ball is out.
Football, but he ended up recovering
He
that
falls
one.
on it. That might have been close to being out of bounds, but
Looked like it probably wouldn't have mattered so much. Looked like a fumble out of bounds, so he kind of saved it there.
I will say he did a good job of getting on top of that football.
Absolutely. I mean, I would agree with that. I mean, senior Cole Nadeau being subbed out here. Dasher is in now at cornerback with Melville.
Absolutely.
And Carmine.
Got to imagine
and
now that
Gabriel.
Middletown's making a bit of a drive out of this. You got to imagine you're going to put your starters back in, try and stuff it as quickly as possible. Reportedly, Dasher was very excited to be playing some defense as he is the handoff now from Middletown, and he is
gets
wrapped up
upended
quickly
there.
by his shoelaces. Great tackle, and
It looked at Nick Balicki might have tripped him up. Maybe somebody on that left side in Torado.
absolutely now going to be looking at a 2nd and 6 here.
5:30, about left in the go.
Absolutely. It is freezing cold,
It
I
is
will
cold.
say.
It is
I am
cold.
wishing I wore an extra pair of socks today because my feet are frigid.
I mean, I'm just cold.
Got to
whatever.
imagine those football players are not doing any better.
I mean, if I was down there playing, I mean, I'd probably be warm, moving around a little bit.
Absolutely.
But we're just
You know what I've
sitting
heard? Now, what I have heard is they have a propane heater in their medical tent. As the snap hands it off, runs up the middle, wrapped up. Riccatelli, the first one to hit him.
What do you do here? Do you just go for a field goal? You know, just try to get on the board if you face a 4th down, or do you?
I think you got one more play. You see how you can do. They're running it for good chunk yardage so far.
Do you go for the field goal when you face 4th down? Just try to get on the board. I think you probably do. I
Yeah,
mean,
you just want to get some sort of momentum. It's 3rd and 4 right now. You know what I've heard is that in pro games they'll have a little warm chicken broth on the sideline. Sounds phenomenal right now. I'm not gonna lie to you. A little soup in a cup.
I mean, I would love a heater right next to me right now.
Absolutely.
Tommy.
That's something we should have thought about before this game. I could have brought a space heater. And now
I don't
takes
know
the
if
snap,
that's-
high snap. Looking like he was ready to throw, and he's going to run it. Will be enough for a first down,
Moving those
despite the hard hit.
chains. They brought up 4th as the chains on the sideline.
Yeah, it looks like it'll be. Let's see what the call is
Maybe
here.
just short.
A little bit of confusion
And
on the chain
a little
gang.
confusion by the
First
chain.
and goal here.
By the chain gang, huh, Tommy?
You know, my dad once did a chain gang. He said it was the most stressful experience of his entire life. This is back when he was a teacher. He's a principal now, but it's back when he was a teacher, and he was so scared that he was going to get yelled at by parents.
Hey, where is he the principal at?
Platt High School in Meriden, Connecticut.
Who beat us on a Hail Mary, unfortunately.
They did,
earlier
which
in the
is
season.
likely what is going to be preventing us from hosting a playoff game here.
I mean, I would have loved to commentate a
Berlin Redcoats
home
timeout.
playoff game, honestly.
I would love to, but we got to get a win in round 1, and we got to hope that we get matched up against.
You know what? Shock the world.
Yeah, got to shock the world. I love that mentality.
Shock the world. I mean, on paper, you are not that favored against Watertown, but wait, why are we even talking about that? This is this game right now, 29-zip. 3:38 left in the game. As you can see, the Red Coat marching band marching on the field.
Getting ready for their halftime show. I
Maybe,
like their halftime show. I think it's good. It's entertaining. They sound great, you know.
I mean, I haven't watched it. I mean, I'm always just cold, honestly.
That's fair. I am actually currently wearing a Redcoat marching band scarf. It was the only red one I could find, and I thought, I want to wear the school colors.
I mean, I'm just trying to do anything to stay warm. I mean, I'm shaking my legs right now, just trying to stay warm.
Absolutely. I think I'm going to be running over to concessions and grabbing some hot chocolate. If you ever come to one of our games, visit the concession stand, benefits your Berlin High School class, or your Berlin High School senior class. As of right now, it's the class of 2025. As it now, major shout out to Miss Lynn Adamo, puts in the work over there, and will sometimes let me get some stuff a little before that's open. And now, as Middletown lines up, takes a snap, dropping back under pressure, rolling to his left. He will run it himself. He will stiff arm a guy, and he is in for the touchdown.
And I mean, that's exactly what you need if you're Middletown. I mean, a great drive from them.
And a flag on the play. Likely, way after the play, likely will be excessive celebration, taunting, unnecessary roughness, something along those lines.
I mean, why are we doing, I mean, excessive celebration?
At this point, it seems like they do have to celebrate about something, you know, and I'm glad they have something to celebrate about. But at this point in time,
I mean, yeah. I mean, I think you just got to feel happy about something because as far as it's not so good looking.
Absolutely. And now Middletown lining up their extra point.
David Oresco, the kicker, as we will get ready to see. And, I mean, the new rule is implemented. We got to wait for the signs.
Absolutely. I will not be calling this field goal until I see the refs move their arms. Snap the hold, the kick.
Looked good to me.
Is good. You just broke the rule. You're going to hear about that one at halftime.
Hear about that one at halftime by who?
And now, Redcoats looking, I believe this is going to be their first kickoff return fielded since the opening of the game. They have just been dominant offensively.
And, I mean, I think
they're just, you know, dominant at all ends. Let's really just be honest here.
I mean, they've just been dominant in every aspect of the game.
Absolutely. And as most people will say, defense creates offense, offense creates defense, special teams creates all, and pressure creates diamonds. Now, if you're wondering who said that quote, it was me. I just made that up on the spot. But as the Redcoats getting ready here to field this kickoff, I feel like it's a common saying, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would say it was a good quote that you just made up on the spot here.
Absolutely. I'm known far and wide as an inspirational fella.
Absolutely.
As now,
very
Middletown ready to kick this off.
Very inspirational, especially with the commentary calls that we have been seeing these past few months.
And
the kick is away, and it will be a little low kick fielded by Kyle Melville. Melville cutting up the middle, looking for blocks. Melville cutting to the right side. Melville has blockers in, cutting up the field, and he's pulled down inside the 40-yard line.
Great,
a great run back from Kyle Melville.
Great return. You know, it's the Redcoats are going to keep their momentum going forward. It's a great job. As now the offense is going to come back out. You got to imagine at this point in the game, they don't want to risk injuring any of their star players. They're going to play a little safe. They'll run the ball. They won't try and air it out and risk
they do
a
want
snapped ankle
points.
or something here would be
They do want
terrible.
more points. They are hungry for these more points. I mean, trying probably to get to, 30, I would say probably 36 before the end of the quarter.
That is, well, you never know. They've been going for two. They could be looking for that 37 as he hands it off to Jesus.
Wrapped up by a sea of Blue Dragons as he gets a gain of about 3 yards there on that run. And DeJesus, a very powerful running back.
Absolutely. He really is the power in the backfield.
Best I can reckon about 3 yards. I mean, if you're wondering who came up with that, that was me.
We are an inspirational quote machine, Cole.
Absolutely.
I think maybe that should be our new business when the off season comes.
Carmine Brio and Tirado lined up on the left side with Tirado in the slot. Melville in the slot on the right side. Gabe Brio one-on-one on that right side with DeJesus, the man in the backfield. Puzio dropping back to pass. He's looking, fires high and intercepted by Middletown. Cutting up the field, zigs and zags, and brought down inside the 45-yard line, and momentum shifts.
You know, it's a little bit of a high pass, but I think that's really on Torado. You're a senior, you should be able to pull that one in. Or at least knock it to the ground. So
or
it
at
won't
least knock that
be
one to the
intercepted.
ground.
Middletown showing faint, very faint, but some signs of life. I will remind you, they get the ball after the half. A touchdown here, plus the ball after the half, they could make this a one-possession game very quickly. The Redcoats, they need a stop here.
The Redcoats defense, they are looking for either a stop, a pick, or a fumble, or something that can prevent Middletown from getting any further momentum, because momentum has shifted. A touchdown and an interception.
Absolutely, and I will say momentum has shifted since they made the quarterback switch. That has been the defining swap.
Just switching back to the quarterback, it looks like in Cabrera.
Takes a snap, hands it off, runs up the middle for a good
And
gain,
he
and
lost
balls
the
out!
football and scooped up by the Redcoats. C.J.
Will they
Riccatelli.
call him down first? That's the question, and they do not. That's a fumble. Redcoats, first play.
Senior captain. And it looked like Will Balicki forced that fumble. He's been on a phenomenal run in these past games.
What a way. Momentum right back to the Redcoats. Just knocked the ball out. First play. Puzio by himself in the backfield. By himself in the backfield. Could be a quarterback run. Torado in motion. Takes a snap. Pressure in his face. Gets it out. That is to Rio, who's got blockers. He cuts it back. He's going. And he is down at the 35. A great run, catch and run there.
Puzio off his back foot, that screen pass right there to Carmine Rio. Set up those blocks, waiting for him, accelerating a perfect setup screen to get him way into Blue Dragon territory.
And I will say, with the pressure in his face, Puzio hit him right in the hands. It was a great throw right on the spot, and they are moving fast. They want these points with under 2 minutes to go here. Puzio takes a snap, rolling out to the right. He's got time, he's got blockers, he's looking down the field. He throws it, Melville wide open, cuts back, and he will be taken down from behind. I love that play. I don't think they run it off. That roll out to the side, and if they can get the blockers set, it creates time for those fast receivers that they have to get open and to get into those open spots for Puzio to find them and hit them.
That's what Puzio's done a ton this year, rolling out to his right or left, which has been really what he's wanted to do all season. And I mean, Melville's just wide open, looked like nobody went with him, made a move, and brought down inside that 15-yard line. Now ball's placed at the 14.
Redcoats, clock is ticking. Close to a minute left here. Puzio by himself, and a timeout will be called by the Blue Dragons. The Redcoats are moving here. They took that momentum right back. They sensed that it was slipping just the tiniest bit, and they snatched it back.
They're moving fast. They said, you scored a touchdown on us. You picked us off. We are going to score more points on you now.
Absolutely. It's like going to have a replay coming back of that fumble recovery. Looked like the play was over, but we'll take a look at it now. And we'll see. The snap is taken. He hands it off. He makes a good run. He's fighting, and Balicki just tears it out. Balicki and Riccatelli both fall on it. A great defensive play. It's exactly what you're looking for.
I don't know if that was, but I think that might have been Lucas Revanoff, number 34.
Interesting. Great defense all around.
I originally thought it was Balicki, but I think it ended up being
Revanoff, the one who ripped it off. It's a great play either way.
Great play either way, regardless.
Got exactly a minute left here.
It's not the worst call we had in this game. It was Tommy saying that the field goal was good.
It was you saying that Brooks Kepka was on our defensive line.
Empty backfield.
Puzio takes a snap. It's a little low. Looks like he's going to run it up the middle. And he is in for a touchdown. Great play call.
Second rushing touchdown of the day for Puzio on that quarterback run. I mean, that's just been his best game.
Absolutely.
Best part of his game this year.
Red Sea fires smoke into the air again.
35-7, 28-point game, and it looks like they are gonna line up for this PAT.
Already, our producer, I'm sure, does not want us to talk about this kick before it is called. So.
Well, Jake Solon is very Accurate kicker, in my opinion.
Cole. Not going to call this. Oh, and
Oh,
a fake!
to
Solner runs it in! What a play call! All sorts of fun here at Sage Park. A 37-7
All sorts of fun.
lead
all
here.
sorts of fun. I mean, you know who came up with that quote? Me. All sorts
of fun. Cole was the first person to say it. There was no one else who said that line. That was a bold play call. I love it. I love the play call. They snapped it right to Melville. He just flipped it over his shoulder.
Jake Solner, one of the fastest kickers in Connecticut.
Absolutely. That's his soccer speed. He played soccer, and he's just got the wheels to get down into the end zone.
Absolutely.
I'm sure Middletown was not expecting that one.
I mean, now Middletown just feels like they're just getting, used right now.
Absolutely. You got to imagine Berlin will have several underclassmen playing to start the second half. Now Solner ready. You know what would be crazy here? An onside kick.
That would just be unbelievable.
Be unbelievable. I don't think they will, but. And a great kick from Solner. Be fielded inside the 10, and he is wrapped up very quickly. Revving off there on the tackle, the first one to get to him. And we've got some fun words here between members of the opposing teams. Now the defense coming back out. Middletown inside their own 30. Inside their 20.
I mean, Middletown just has not been playing the best. I mean, that one drive was pretty solid, but they have not been playing like that drive all game.
Absolutely, they are.
If you're Middletown, you want to get back. You want to score a touchdown, get another touchdown, then boom.
52 seconds. You got to imagine they're trying to get at least field goal range.
You want to get a touchdown probably right now, and then you want to get a touchdown after the halftime comes, and then now it's 37-21, but you got to stop the Redcoats whenever they go on offense. So it's a lot to deal with if you're Middletown.
Absolutely. The Redcoats have made it very tough for Middletown to pose any semblance of a comeback here as he takes a snap, fires to the side, and that is just off target completely. This must have either slipped or just been a bad throw. Maybe a bit of miscommunication, but that was not near either of his receivers there.
Looked like an infield grounder in baseball.
Absolutely,
Just rolled right to him.
Pulled it down the third baseline there.
Throw it right to first.
Absolutely. Looking at 2nd and 10 here.
It is cold time.
It is cold.
Luckily, 47 seconds left until you can get hot chocolate.
Absolutely. I will be making a beeline to that concession booth. I tried to pre-order a little hot chocolate as the snap is taken, and he is wrapped up quickly for a gain of a few.
So do you think you'll get your pre-order?
I did. I talked to a friend who's working the booth. I asked, hey, can you have a little hot chocolate ready for me? Because that line, I mean, I can see it from here. It is already starting to grow.
They're already getting there, yeah.
I mean, I've become dangerously close to missing the second half kickoff because I was waiting in that line.
I mean, it's amazing when it's a blowout game. You just talk about other stuff than football.
Absolutely, but let's get back to football.
Yeah.
That's the reason we're here. It's our last football.
That's our job.
Could be our last football broadcast of the season,
unless they play at home or commentate at Rentschler, hopefully.
Absolutely. We've been told that if the Redcoats make it to the championship, we might get to commentate at Rentschler.
Our producer can,
and they will let the time run out, as that is the end of the first half here for the Redcoats. We will be back with you after the Berlin Redcoats halftime show. We will be back for the second half. We'll see you in a few.
Sit down, but I don't want to sit down in a wet spot.
I know, everything's wet. I'm surprised it's not.
Sit down.
moment to recognize the seniors in the Berlin Redcoats Marching Band and Color Guard for their outstanding accomplishments and performance. As we call each name, they will walk to the center of the field and have their picture taken. Jonathan Kugno, escorted by his mother Christine and father Jeffrey. John has played clarinet in the band all 4 years at VHS, and he plans on attending college and pursuing a degree in electrical engineering. Nathan DeJacobi, escorted by his mother Tina, father Adam, and sister Angelina. Nate has played horn in the band all 4 years at VHS, and he is currently one of our 2 drum majors. He plans on attending college and pursuing a degree in engineering. Nadia Goulet, escorted by her mother Sita, father Brian, and brother Sebi. Nadia has played clarinet in the band all 4 years in VHS, and she is currently one
Have
of our
I met
section
you?
leaders. She plans on attending college and pursuing a degree in forensic science. Rini Guo, escorted by her mother Vicky. Rini has performed as a color guard for the past 2 years in VHS, and she plans on attending college and pursuing a degree in business accounting. Vidal Harlow Morrison, escorted by her mother Mel and younger brothers Kilo, Gus, and Desmond. Vidal has performed in the color guard the past 3 years at VHS and plans on attending college and pursuing a degree in criminal justice. Fiona Lee, escorted by her mother Irene and sister Sabrina. Fiona has performed as a color guard all 4 years at VHS, and she is currently one of our guard captains. She plans on attending college and pursuing a degree in architecture. Aurora Logan, escorted by her mother Liz, father Chris, and siblings Caitman, Bria, and Ellie. Eli. Aurora has played baritone and percussion in the band all 4 years at VHS. She plans on attending college and pursuing a degree in animation and creative writing. Sarah Nielsen, escorted by her mother Kathy, father Alan, aunt Michelle, and cousin Sydney. Sarah has performed in the color guard for the past 3 years at VHS. She plans on attending college and pursuing a degree in criminology. Evan Payon, escorted by his mother Leah, father Tuvik, and brother Owen. Evan has played trumpet in the band all 4 years at VHS, and he is currently one of our section leaders. He plans on attending college and pursuing a degree in sports management. Hiram Sepulveda, escorted by his mother Jessica, father Hiram, aunt Leanne, and cousin Grayson. Hiram has played clarinet and percussion in the band all 4 years at VHS. He plans on attending college and pursuing a degree in civil engineering. Fletcher Steimer, escorted by her mother Dawn and father Chris. Fletcher has played tuba in the band all 4 years at VHS, and she is currently one of our section leaders. She plans on attending college and pursuing a degree in music education. And finally, Cole Webster, escorted by his mother Heather and father Kevin. Cole has played alto sax in the band for the past 3 years at VHS, and he is currently one of our section leaders. He plans on attending college and pursuing a degree in music performance. Ladies and gentlemen, let's have a round of applause for our 2024 Redcoats Marching Band Seniors. And now, please welcome the Berlin High School Redcoats Marching Band for their final performance of their 2024 field show, Mission to Mars. Tonight's show will feature the following song: Red Planet Mashup, based on Mars by Gita Holt. 24K Magic by Bruno Mars, Inner Light from Star Trek, and Forget You by Bruno Mars. for the 50-50 raffle, we have a ticket drawn. Get your tickets out. It is a pink ticket. The number 4, 6, 7, 8, 8, 7, 3. Once again, 50-50 raffle, pink ticket, 4, 6, 7, 8, 8, 7, 3.
Ladies and gentlemen, football here at Sage Park is likely going to be over after tonight. The chances we host a home playoff game are very unlikely. However, after this, November 23rd, we have a double-header basketball game that we will be streaming. Your Berlin boys basketball team will be playing against the Berlin girls basketball team will be playing against the Cheshire Rams. The boys basketball team will be playing against Maloney.
December 23rd, but yeah.
December 23rd. We're going to be having a great day of basketball. It's going to be an awesome day. We're going to be streaming live on that day. As we see, it's going to be I'm excited. I think it's going to be great. You know, we're going to continue our dominance on the commentating field.
We're going to see what basketball looks like for us. I mean, I've commentated some basketball games because I used to watch commentators before and then just mute and then just commentate myself. So
absolutely. You know, that's how you really get good at this. That's how you practice. But it's going to be exciting. We're going to be there. So come join us live, BHS TV on YouTube, December 23rd. We will be there. Ladies and gentlemen, we are back for the third quarter of Redcoat football here. Redcoats with a commanding 37-7 lead over the Middletown Blue Dragons. I'm sure they're feeling great about their chances with this one.
Tommy,
I will say. No, you go ahead.
It is cold out here. I'm pretty sure the seniors don't want this game to end, but I want to speed this game up. I want to get home. I want to get warm.
I will say, I was doing some math. For my prediction of a 42-14 win for the Redcoats, we need a field goal and a safety throughout the rest of this entire half.
That is little too
technically possible.
I mean, there has been a safety before.
Not exactly feasible. Now, there is, because it is high school football, we have a bit of a mercy rule. At a 35-point lead, the clock just runs. Does not stop, excepting for timeouts, I'm guessing.
I mean, where'd you figure that out, Tommy?
That's in my deep brain of high school of Central Connecticut high school football rules.
Yeah.
Is where I would say I brought that from. Nowhere else at all.
Yeah.
But I don't have a producer talking in my ear telling me what to say. But so
our producer didn't tell us literally half the things that we decided that we were going to quote.
I really don't know what you're talking about. I'm going to give a quick shout out to our seniors on our broadcasting team. It's myself, Tommy Morrissey Corsetti, our lead producer, Charles Henriquez, who is, to be honest, the brain behind this entire operation. He deserves a ton of credit. We have Aiden Dunphy, who is unfortunately not able to be here tonight. We have Sam Monsonis, another huge part of this program. And we have Maddie Carlson. And huge shout out to all of them.
Shout out, absolutely. I mean, just huge thing to recognize. If you guys just are worried about not seeing us anymore commentate, we will be commentating basketball like we said.
Absolutely. Now the kickoff by Solner is fielded at about the 10 as he cuts to the right and is swarmed instantaneously by the Redcoats.
Some would call it Red Sea, Tommy.
Absolutely. Now we do have some slight droplets of rain falling here. It was predicted that it would rain a little bit earlier, and I think as the rain is falling, I'm seeing a few cars leave the parking lot. People seem to want to avoid the rain.
Looks a little showery.
It is at this point in time in which I am glad our producer gave us an umbrella. Thank you, Charles, for that. A wonderful green and white Masters umbrella. As now, Middletown gets ready to take the snap. Takes a snap and takes it himself and has nowhere to go as he is wrapped up quickly.
Looked like
And it looks like
number
the Redcoats.
56.
Absolutely. I believe that's Hiram Sepulveda. That is now the Redcoats are going to be forcing them for another 3rd and long. We're looking at a 3rd and.
I mean, we are seeing some seats about to empty. I mean, blowout, rainy game.
Absolutely. We normally have a big crowd right in front of us, and it is trickled down to just a few. Got to imagine the Red Sea will empty out as well. It is cold. It's raining. Not precisely fun. But as he in the backfield, getting ready for the snap, takes a snap, dropping back, fires to his man.
He's immediately
for
met.
no gain,
Gabe
even
Rio.
a loss of yards. He is tackled rather quickly. We'll be looking at a 3rd and 14 now.
So the Redcoats right now, I mean, they're playing amazing. I mean, like Tommy said, I mean, the momentum's been shifting in the Redcoats' favor. The defense, the offense, the special teams, and pressure makes diamonds, like he said. An absolute masterclass performance from Gabe Rio with the pick 6, lockdown coverage, fast cornerbacks, amazing defensive ends, huh, Tommy?
Absolutely. This team is really playing to their highest of abilities right now. There is definitely rain falling on the field as of this moment.
Looks like it's died down a little bit.
But still, I'm sure affecting the players as we will have a flag
And
on the play.
Redcoats seem to be happy about that. Some fans seem to be happy about that, and it probably will be on Middletown.
Absolutely. Gonna take a quick weather check here in a moment. All right, with our weather check, we are looking at 40 degrees out, 87% humidity, and 3-mile-an-hour winds.
That humidity's not doing much.
Cold. And he takes a snap, hands it off, and
He gets
is wrapped up
smacked. It looks
instantaneously.
revving off. And we'll
is
be
now
bringing
gonna
up
be
4th down and long.
We're looking at 4th, and as we have said in the past, a country mile.
Who knows how long Country Mile is, Tommy?
I don't think we ever actually decided on that distance, but I think a country mile is whatever you want it to be.
According to our producer, Charles, it's about 9 yards.
19, Cole. 19. As the punt team is out, high punt, and that is out the back of the end zone for, I believe that would be a safety. Unless I'm incorrect. Will be a 2-point safety. My prediction is still alive, Cole. The Redcoats need 1 field goal and
I
to
mean,
give
you
up
said
1
before you
touchdown.
came on here, you said safety and field goal.
That
And
is the winning combination.
There's a safety.
Personally, I will gain nothing from this prediction other than bragging rights, to be honest with you, but it'd be a nice feeling. Neither of us have gotten a prediction right all season.
I mean, you just have to hope for an insanely slow offense in the second half.
So I got to imagine they're going to throw the ball probably 3 more times throughout the game. You're just going to run it.
I would hope you run clock, honestly. You don't want to risk injury to any starters.
Absolutely.
So
Fans hoping for a
punt return for a touchdown.
Absolutely.
That's really a fantasy, honestly. I mean, I don't know if it'll happen because of, the punts that this punter's been having, just bouncing on the ground, just bouncing backwards, honestly, back spin
They had
on
one
it.
really short one that traveled maybe 20 yards total.
Yeah.
I think no more than that.
Absolutely. I mean, I think it's going to be much of the same. I mean, the rain's not affecting it at all. I mean, it's just showers, really. It's not too bad.
Absolutely. Well, I will say it is making me feel very cold.
I mean, I'm frigid up here. I don't know what they're feeling down there, but I'm frigid. Our producer has a heater by him.
Absolutely. They do have a heater in that lovely, lovely windproof box. And now the punt. It's got a nice spin on it.
And it looks like
Bounce
Melville
once.
will be able
Melville
to
will
return.
take it. He breaks a tackle. He's got a few blocks. And he is taken down
into Blue
45.
Dragon territory at the 45. I
Would
mean,
have been something there.
great return.
Would have been something.
Have some
but-
rain on our downfield cameras on there.
Absolutely, but
You can see it's a little downpour down there, possibly.
I'm wondering if this rain will pick up or not. But hoping it doesn't.
Hopefully not.
Because I will say, breaking down our setup in the rain sounds miserable.
I mean,
Especially if I don't have.
You said before, we might take this umbrella down. Thank God you didn't.
Yeah, no, at halftime, I was considering taking down this umbrella.
And look
it was getting in our way.
who
but
we have at quarterback.
is that
That is
CJ
CJ
Riccatelli.
Riccatelli, the quarterback from last year, the junior.
got to imagine. He started a few games this season. Got to imagine he's a senior. It's senior night. You've got a commanding lead. Let him get the snaps in.
He's committed to play quarterback in college.
Good for him.
So, you know,
We are seeing very few starters out there anymore.
I mean, I'm seeing my buddy Jador Dixon, number 6. I mean, I told him I'll give him food if he forced a fumble on special teams, which hasn't happened.
Yeah.
So,
got to imagine the Redcoats are happy with
Yeah.
the result of this game.
senior Cole Nadu lined up on this right side, one-on-one. Jador Dixon on the left. Dasher, the man in motion, coming in the slot. AJ Gaspari in the backfield.
Kelly takes a snap, hands it off to Gaspari, bounces outside, breaks a tackle. 8-yard gain there. Great run. He's quick, he's speedy, he's elusive.
And the little guy with a pretty solid gain there.
It's a great run there. He's evading the defenders. Now,
Now, I
at this
mean,
point in the game, if you're the Redcoats, you're just burning clock. Just let
Yeah.
the time run. Maybe you want to get in the end zone
Maybe.
one more or get a field goal one more time. Just let the clock keep running. Don't let anything stop. But you really
what's
never
that?
know.
What's that? Let Middletown score a touchdown.
Say that again?
Let Middletown score a touchdown and you get a field goal.
I wouldn't be against the Gaspari running again, close to a first down. I don't
Game
think he
ends
has enough.
42-7. Or
42-14. I would be so thrilled. But won't lie, 35-point lead, so we can get out of here.
yeah,
Sounds very, very nice.
that sounds amazing. As we get ready to see what's on display here for this Redcoat offense.
Riccatelli in the backfield.
That is Cam Lavoie in the backfield, I believe.
Got Gaspari in the slot. Nadu on the outside takes a snap, dropping back, looking to pass. He's going to hit
Here's and
Gaspari.
he hits Gaspari.
Great catch.
And moving the chains for the
Wow.
first down. What a catch.
Great contested catch. He just ripped that away. Phenomenal, phenomenal job.
I mean, that's a great catch on the money, right on the sideline. Dragged those
Absolutely.
2 feet in bounds for the
Great catch,
touchdown.
great throw. That's really what you're looking for.
Absolutely, that's what you want.
Now, got Dasher in the backfield. Gaspari out in the slot on the left. Nadu on the right side. Cam Lavoie at fullback. Riccatelli takes a snap, hands it off. Dasher fumbles it, but he picks it up.
And it
by
looks like he
himself.
luckily got on top of
Just
that.
got a little bit excited there, but he very well done. He scooped it up. He made sure that he kept it.
Yeah.
Did not risk a turnover there.
Hold the ball, Logan!
Crowd is encouraging him to hold on to the ball a little harder.
I
there.
mean, you got to hold on to the ball there. It doesn't matter. I mean, at this point, you're really getting reps. So, you got to
Absolutely.
take every rep to 100%. So you got to hang on to that football.
I agree with you.
And it looks like
seems
the
like the
rain
rain
has
has
died down.
Died down a little bit for now. You never really know, but
See if anything comes back later on.
Riccatelli in the backfield. He's ready to take the snap.
Dasher in the backfield.
Takes a snap. Pitch to Dasher. Breaks a tackle. Cuts to the left side. And enough for a Redcoat first down. A great run. Now the Redcoats with a, might be just short of a first down there. It's like 3rd and inches here. You know, it's been great game for the Redcoats here. If they can convert
Absolutely.
here, you got to imagine they're going to seal this one away, despite it only being about halfway through the third quarter.
Down to
Until
4
he
minutes
takes a
left.
snap, he's taking it himself, and he should be more than enough for that first down. And Chain Gang is on the move.
Chain Gang's on I mean, I might steal that from you next year, Tommy.
Chain Gang. It's a little bit of a tongue twister there.
I might steal Country Mile from you
Country
next year.
Mile, it's 19 yards. That's what I think I decided that number.
According to Charles, it was 9. Our
Well,
producer.
I think 19 yards is exactly 19, not over. No more, no less. Exactly
I'll give you
yards.
19.
I think that then means that 9.5, we'll call that a county mile as he takes a snap, drops back, hits the...
Jador Dixon has it in inside the 15 down near the 10.
That hits the slant right in his hands. As the Chain Gang are no longer going to be with us, well, at least for the rest of this drive, as we are now looking at a first and goal.
Goal to go. Sign guy's still pushing hard at work.
You really feel like he has the hardest job because he gets no breaks.
Yeah.
As Ricatelli now in the backfield. Takes a snap, hands it off.
Gaspari
drives up the middle and is taken down. Not the kind of run I'd expect to see from him.
I mean,
not
we're
gonna
under
lie to you.
3 minutes to go here in that third quarter. It just flew by.
So you got to imagine that's what the Redcoats are trying to do. Just let the clock bleed. You know,
Yeah.
spend as much time as possible.
That's what I would probably do that. I mean, I would hope.
Absolutely. Ideal situation here is if they can get this clock down close to the end of the quarter. It'd be pretty darn nice. They can score,
Pretty nice.
create that lead so that, you know, the clock will just keep running. They won't have to worry about that at all.
Clock is going to keep running. I mean, I hope it's going to keep running. You have Jador Dixon on that left side with AJ Gaspar next to him, Nadu on that right side.
Yeah, Ricatelli in the backfield. Takes a snap, hands it off Dasher, cuts up the middle, and he is in for a touchdown. The Redcoats take a 45-7 lead, and Redcoat touchdowns coming in bunches here. Looks as if my prediction has failed. Shocker to absolutely nobody.
You were
but
closer than I was, Tom.
absolutely. Redcoats will now have the point. The clock will keep running. Untimed plays, stuff like that. This clock will not stop.
I mean, thank God, honestly.
I agree with you. I am cold. This hot chocolate that I bought for us from the concessions booth is delicious, but not as hot as I would have liked
Burned my mouth now. My taste buds are gone for the day.
That is pretty sad. As Solner lines up the extra point.
It
I'm not going to say
is
anything.
good.
It is good. You know, I'm going to... Finally, on my last game, I've learned, let's not jinx these extra points.
I mean, if we do commentate eventually, don't wait.
I will not say a word.
Don't put that out the window just yet.
I will not. Now, under a minute left in the third. Again, as we've said before, this clock will run no matter what. It's the mercy rule for high school football. As we now are getting ready for kickoff.
I mean, to be honest, this was an absolute beatdown in this game.
Absolutely.
honestly.
But, you know, I'm sure it's what the Redcoats were looking for. You know, again, as I said, point differential could have a factor in playoff seeding. If it's a tie, it might be a tiebreaker between different teams who are vying for playoff spots. And that could be huge. That could be the difference between them playing a Daniel Hand, who we saw them get slaughtered by earlier in the season,
yeah.
or a Watertown, who is a good, great team, but might be a little bit easier.
Yeah. I mean, they looked like they could hold up with Daniel Hand. I mean, Puzio with that passing touchdown. I mean, they looked at it at times.
They held up for about, I'd say, the first half, and then really the floodgates opened. They might be able to contend, but you'd certainly rather play Watertown, as now Solner with the kickoff. Another great kick from Solner. It will be fielded by Middletown. He is going up the middle.
And he gets racked up immediately by
number 83 there.
number 83.
And that will take us out of the third quarter. We will be back soon for the final quarter of Berlin High School football here at Sage Park, more likely than not for the season. We will see you in a few. Ladies and gentlemen, we are back. Final quarter of Redcoat football here tonight. Redcoats a commanding 47-7 lead. Just kicked the ball off. Now, again, I've said it before many times. This big of a lead here in high school football, the clock will run. It's a mercy rule.
Yeah.
Just gonna keep moving the clock.
I mean, I couldn't be any happier. It's so cold out here, a guy could rob you with a bucket of water.
Yes, he could, Cole. Yes, he could.
Quote by Gus Johnson.
Oh, he takes a snap, hands it off, and he is met after a gain of about 5 yards. Now,
See Will Balicki, I believe, being subbed out. Cam Lavoie coming in, and Brooks Ellis is in the game.
not Kepka, as we had that mistake happen earlier.
By Tommy Maurice Crissetti.
No, it wasn't. You made that mistake.
And gonna hand it off here, and trying to cut up field, trying to get what he can, and he gets pulled down at about the inside the 35, down near the 40, which will bring up 3rd down and 1. And I mean, you just want the clock to run, honestly.
Absolutely. And that's what it'll keep doing. I mean, Cole, I have a feeling in my gut. I don't know where I'm getting it for, but you want to be out of here as soon as possible, don't you?
I mean, you do too, Tommy. Me and you both. I mean, I think everyone wants to be out of
I
here.
agree, but I mean, you never know.
Here
Could
takes
be a crazy
snap.
Middletown
Redcoats showing
comeback.
blitz. They do blitz, and they hand it off, cutting upfield, and that's going to be enough to move the chains for the Blue Dragons.
Absolutely. After the game today, stick around. We'll have an interview or two of some seniors here on senior night. Ask them how it's been playing for the Redcoats all these years. So stick around after the game and watch a few interviews with us.
Should be exciting, Tommy. I mean, I'm excited to, get a couple interviews in, one or two
Absolutely.
guys possibly, preferably seniors.
Absolutely. Just watched Gabe Rio jump over the bench and into the heated medical tent. Got to imagine he's just in there for the warmth, but
I mean, I would be in there for the warmth. It is cold.
absolutely. Maybe we should get a heated tent.
Takes snap, and he's going to take it himself, trying to cut out field. Still pushing, bouncing off a couple tacklers, and he's pulled down. It looked to be at about the 49-yard line, and we'll check the ball placement. So bring up about 2nd and 3 coming up here for the Blue Dragons offense.
Absolutely, and I don't think a single Redcoat starter is out there right now. And if they are, it is only 1 or 2 as I'm watching
I mean,
Jared Riley run off the field. I am seeing
I see Cyrus Revanoff, who's
There we go.
in there from time to time.
I see Gaspari in there as well in the slot and coverage. There's a
Gonna
handoff.
hand it off, trying to cut back outside, and he cuts upfield, and he is in pursuit by Rice, and touchdown, Blue Dragons.
You know, it's a good run. He got to the outside. He got past he got good blocks, and he just flew down that sideline. Honestly,
Touchdown.
nothing the Redcoats could do about that besides, beat those blocks.
But this game's 100% over, and I mean, you're just trying to get reps at this point. That's a good touchdown,
Absolutely. It is. It's a good way, especially.
especially if you're a senior. A good way to end your season.
Absolutely. You want a touchdown in one of your final games.
So that touchdown, the clock stops. We're running.
Under 35 points now, so the clock will go back to its
Come
normal
on,
movement.
man. Come on.
Cole, you're not happy about that, are you?
I mean, I'm happy for him, just getting reps. I mean, especially if he's a
Absolutely.
senior, you want him, to have a decent, have a good moment to end off his football career.
Absolutely. And now it looks as if a timeout was called by the Blue Dragons. Got to imagine they're thinking, you go for 2, you don't go for 2. I'd say don't even risk it. Kick the field goal, take the points.
I mean, you could even just go for 2 because they know that they're going to lose this game unless it's like a
Absolutely.
15 onside kick recovery complemented by multiple touchdowns.
I agree. If they win this game, that would truly be something stupendous, I would say.
This will be something I won't ever forget in my life
No.
if they win this game.
But I can't imagine that'll happen. Redcoats have a commanding 46-13 lead here on a cold and rainy November day.
Because the clock, I think, will be running for the Redcoats if they do score a touchdown.
Absolutely. Ooh, looks like they took the touchdown off the board. He might have stepped out of bounds there. Fascinating. And the clock should hopefully begin ticking again for us.
And 8:30 left to go, 46-7 in this fourth quarter.
As now,
They took that touchdown off the board. I believe
Run it right up the middle.
I believe he stepped out of bounds. Maybe got a little bit
Must
too
have.
excited as the clock is continuing to tick
And
down. It's inching closer and closer.
takes a snap, hands
And
it off.
the handoff, and he is stuffed there. No signal yet.
Not in.
He is not in.
Wow. Again, Redcoats defensive front, even when they don't have their starters in, they are stuffing players up there.
The fans saying, do not let him score.
Be
About under 8 minutes left to go in this game. Last game at Sage Park.
absolutely. They stuff them 3 more times here. Redcoats, they deserve to win this game already, but that will be a great tone setter for the rest of the playoffs. Yeah.
It's off a quarterback keeper, and he is easily in for a Middletown touchdown.
And now the clock will stop. We are within 35 points. And got a little
We
bit
did
of
have
runoff
some
on
extra
our
time
end,
run off there.
but looks as if they're keeping their QB out there. They're probably going for 2.
I mean, just why not at this point?
Absolutely.
And we'll see I mean, it is cold for everybody.
Absolutely.
You can see everybody's breath. It's
Red Sea has emptied out.
Emptied
at this
out,
point.
absolutely.
I am seeing maybe 25 students total, if that.
It's about 0.2% of our school, not even. And he will
Absolutely.
keep it up the middle again, and he is easily in for the 2-point conversion, which will extend the lead even further, 31.
Cut down their lead there. We are now looking at a 15 to 40.
About a 31-point game.
Absolutely. So the Redcoats need to score a touchdown to get that time rolling again. But either way, they should
I mean,
have
that's what we're hoping.
firm and complete control.
I
of
feel like
the
they
game.
could burn 3 to 4 minutes off.
I mean, if they really wanted to, I'm sure they could burn the rest of the clock. Absolutely. You're just going to, if you're the Redcoats, you're running the ball as normal. That's what you're doing. Melville goes out. This will likely be his last kick return of the regular season as a Redcoat.
He's had an amazing high school career here at Sage Park.
Dasher's down there with him, the 2 seniors.
I mean, I think one of the most memorable moments for me was Kyle Melville's touchdown right on that right sideline against Enfield last year
Absolutely.
to take the lead late in the fourth, under a minute to go.
Incredible
It was
play
like
there.
30-something seconds left.
Absolutely.
That's one of the most memorable plays for him. That
Shout out to alumni Calvin DeLude with a phenomenal call on that. Short kick, Melville.
And it
will
bounces out of bounds. And his last kickoff return at Sage Park could possibly have just been out of bounds.
I think it definitely did go out of bounds. But now, the Redcoats will be sending out probably a offense consisting entirely of
You know who I want to see?
Basel. Basel Ali. A touchdown here would be monumentous. For those who don't know, Basel is a local Berlin High School celebrity.
I mean,
Does not get many reps, but when he does, he makes that impact that you're looking for. But
I
I,
mean-
can't imagine we would. You got a full senior lineup from what I'm looking
go
at.
to the 1-yard line, get Basel in, get in for the touchdown.
Absolutely.
That's what I want.
I would love it.
That would be unbelievable.
There's Ricatelli in the backfield. Got Sepulveda next to him, normally your center.
Sepulveda. Is he getting a carry at running back?
Looks like he will be, or he'll be an extra blocker as Ricatelli takes a snap and hands it off. Sepulveda runs it up the middle.
Oh, he is
Flying down the field.
getting chased, and
He's still on this
all
field.
the way
What a
down
run.
at the 10.
Oh my goodness,
Wow.
what a way to end your senior year. Good for him. Flies down the field.
The center. The center.
Great run there. He is an athlete. And fun fact for you, plays clarinet in the marching band.
He does, Hiram.
Hiram.
Shout out.
That run.
I thought he was gone. His first ever running back.
I thought he was going to
To
go all the way
10.
there.
What a run. Number
And now-
72.
Oh, we've got a flag here.
They were putting their offensive lineman in at running back. I
That's
love
Mickey
it.
Ibrahimi there lined up at running back.
The seniors.
Incredible. We got a flag on the
Everybody
play,
loves
and
Nicky. Everybody loves
they're
Nicky.
moving
If
back
he
a few
somehow,
yards.
if Nicky somehow scores a touchdown, that will be just unbelievable.
I don't know about you. I'm still wanting that Basel touchdown.
I mean, I think everybody wants that
I think
Basel touchdown.
The universal Berlin High School experience
Yeah.
for wanting that Basel touchdown.
Absolutely. They're going to give it to Ibrahimu. Cuts up,
on the
breaks the
outside.
tackle, still going.
Running men over.
Bruising his way inside the
Holy
15.
moly.
I mean, Nicky Ibrahimi, lineman, I mean,
Normally an offensive tackle or a defensive end.
just have fun with it.
Looks like they're trying to get some less regular offensive players in to get some snaps. Redcoat
Basel
band hyping him up.
now.
Come on, Boz. He's still got his jacket on, but I think he's just waiting. I think once you get to the 1 yard line,
Yeah, you give
little
it to
push,
Basel.
push, action, put
give it
him
to
right up
Basel.
the middle.
Have to
He
give
has
it to
scored
Basel.
1 touchdown in his high school career before. Last year, in another blowout game, he scored a single touchdown.
I really want Basel to score a touchdown. that would just
Phenomenal.
be
Phenomenal.
unbelievable.
Now let's see. Who do you think they're going to put in at running back now? I think it's going to be Jared Riley, number
That-
77. Their other center.
Their other center, Jared Riley, nicknamed 4x. That would be just
Incredible.
that'd be cherry on top to this game.
Absolute. They're just playing now. They're having fun. That's what you love to see on a senior night like
Absolutely. You just want to see literally all of that. Like literally, you just want to, get these guys that. I mean, I've talked to lineman on the team, number 74 down there, Adrian Morales. He said his dream is to score a touchdown.
this. Absolutely. And it looks like we have got number 52 there lined up.
That looks like Brooks
Ellis.
Ellis.
Not Kepka. Takes a snap, hands it off to Brooks Ellis. Cuts up the middle for a gain of a few. I think they are working down their offensive line.
And Tommy, that's more rushing yards than Brooks Koepka.
I would say probably yes. I got to imagine that in the fall when he was in high school, Brooks Koepka probably played golf.
Yeah,
I would guess.
I would hope so.
Wild shot in the dark, I know, but it's what I
Don't-
got to imagine they did.
Don't know how you would know that. I mean, that's just elite ball
Again,
knowledge.
it's
if
my
you will.
elite high school.
And there is
knowledge.
Jared Riley at
There he is.
running back.
Let's see it. Hands it off to Jared. Runs up the middle, and he is met very quickly.
And the crowd's having fun
Crowd
with
wanted
this.
that touchdown by
Screaming,
Jared.
push him in, push him in.
Now,
Number
fourth.
51, Brennan Smith, nicknamed Smitty.
Oh, and there comes Jared off the field.
Wow.
The crowd cheering him on, and now we are looking at 4th and goal here. Or,
There's
excuse me,
no
4th
better
and
way
7.
you want to end a senior night.
Absolutely. Got to imagine they're actually looking to get in the end zone here, though. I can't.
I mean,
Say they'll-
it's 4th down.
Oh, looks like they have another lineman
Brennan
in there
Smith,
to run the
Smitty.
ball. Oh, and they're doing a quick swap here.
Number 62 coming in for sophomore Cam Lavoie.
Looks like he's lining up as a fullback. Takes a snap, hands it off to Smitty. Who gets
Smacked.
right in the mouth.
I mean,
And that will be
that is fine.
a turnover on downs, I believe.
That is fine. Crowd's laughing. Crowd's having fun with it. I'm having fun with it. They're probably having fun with it.
Fun evening of Berlin High School football here. Great way to end, great way to end their season.
But remember, clock doesn't run. That's
No,
the unfortunate
they did not
part.
score, so the clock will stop, and we'll be here a little bit longer.
Very fun to see these guys. I mean, I'm still waiting for that Basel carry.
I agree. I want Basel to get in the end zone. Maybe we'll put him in here at cornerback. You never know.
I mean, if Basel gets in and rushes for a 55-yard rushing touchdown,
Would be astounding. I would be astounded.
astounding.
I would be astounded. As Middletown takes a snap, hands it off to the cuts to the
carry.
left.
Going to
And
the
he
left,
gets
being
wrapped up.
spun and pulled
Gain
down.
of a few.
Inbound, so the clock will run. Kyle Melville seems to be. No. Thought he was heading over to the medical tent. Just had to throw something away as we get ready to get back to the action here. Clock running down.
Absolutely. Now, again, I've got to imagine they're trying to play the seniors who don't normally get a ton of minutes right now.
Yeah.
Got to imagine that's who's going to be in.
Tommy, where are we eating after the game today? I asked you this first broadcast. I'm ask you last broadcast.
Say that again?
I asked you first broadcast, where are you eating after the game? I'm asking you last
It's the
broadcast.
same place. It always has. And always will be.
Chili's.
Chili's. We're going for that triple dipper. Honey Chipotle Crispers, mozzarella sticks, and those big mouth bites. Same combo every time. Extra ranch. And
But you are going out with some friends, apparently our producer Charles, and you never go to Chili's.
I don't know what you're talking about. I go to Chili's every time. And now,
Coming from reports from producer Charles,
takes
nobody
snap,
goes
hands
with
it off, cuts to the left, and is met
Very
very quickly. As we're ticking closer and closer to 2 minutes left in this game, Redcoats will come away with a win here. It is 46 to 15 15, excuse me, and the band's still playing, still hyping up the crowd for what will be their seniors' last time playing.
The down and distance will be off for the remainder of the game.
Having a few technical difficulties on that end. Now,
As our producer's just tired of doing it.
it's the reports that I am hearing. You know, I don't blame him. He works hard. He does a lot. He is the engine behind this car.
Amazing producer this year, senior Charles.
He is. Well, you will miss him. I am also leaving. But I wish you the best of luck next year. Maybe I'll come back. I'll guest commentate again.
Guest commentate a game. We'll get you and Calvin just to do a one game by
Phenomenal
yourselves.
duo would be there.
And
The final timeout was called here.
And I don't think Calvin would be happy with your country mile call.
I disagree. I think he would agree with me precisely. 19 yards is a country mile. 9.5 is a county mile. 4 3/4 is then going to be a town mile, and 2 5/8 we're going to call a house mile, or just we're going to round that to 3 yards.
How about
My producer's telling me to use actual yardages. I'm going to tell him absolutely not. As the snap is taken, hands it off, breaks tackle, and is wrapped up and taken down. We are inside 2 minutes of play here.
1:24 left going. And I mean,
Clock is ticking
phenomenal
down.
football season, Tommy.
Absolutely. The Redcoats, they will take a playoff berth.
It's been a pleasure.
Later tonight, we will learn who they are playing. Maybe we will get one more game here at Sage. And if they make it to the playoffs, word on the street is we might get to broadcast a game from Rensselaer.
That would be
an incredible
that'd be amazing
experience for us.
It'd be a lot of buttons for our producer. Who
I'm sure he's up to the task.
We've mentioned our producer more in this game than we have all year.
He takes a snap, hands it off, breaks a tackle, wraps
And
it
our
up.
producer says he appreciates it.
Absolutely. He deserves all the credit in the world. You know, later in the year, we will have some awards we're up for. I think he should be an easy winner. He
Best
runs
commentator
this
goes to Cole Pike.
I don't know what you're talking about, Cole. Cole.
I
disagree with you passionately. I think best commentator, it's got to go to both of us. I think it's you can't, not one without the other. No peanut butter with no jelly.
Best commentator.
However, way more people eat peanut butter by itself than jelly, and I think I really am peanut butter here. As now, takes a snap, hands it off, and the tackle is made. After the game, we will be interviewing Kyle Melville and likely one other senior. We will see who's available.
I would say probably Gabriel.
I would say.
Talked to him before the game, got that pick six.
Absolutely. So stick around after the game, and that is it.
We would like to thank you all for an amazing football year.
Absolutely. Stick around for these interviews.
If we do make it to Rensselaer, make sure to tune in BHS TV.
Absolutely. And remember, December 23rd, boys and girls basketball doubleheader. We will see you then. Signing off for a few. We'll see you in a few for these interviews.
There's a lot of shit in this tent still.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are down here with seniors Kyle, Melville, Gabriel. Let me ask you guys, playoffs, they're coming up. What are you guys looking forward to?
We're just looking forward to winning. We want to win. We want to practice hard. We want to go into the playoffs with as a different team, a winning team, and we want to get back to Rensselaer. That's the goal.
Absolutely.
All right, so, being a senior, right, it's your last game at Sage Park. What does this mean to you to represent the Berlin Redcoats as a senior in your last game at Sage?
It's a bittersweet moment. I've been playing with all these guys since I was about 4th grade. So it's awesome to come out last game ever here and get a win. So
awesome. Thank you guys very much for the interview. Signing off now from VHS TV. We will be back for basketball or maybe some playoff football. We'll see you guys later.
Thank you.
The other games this evening are going to shake out, but
Never know where we can see
and hands it off to Melville, who cuts up the middle, and he is in easily for a touchdown. More confetti, more silly string flying above the Red Sea. Is intercepted. Rio, he's going down.
Down the sideline.
He's got one man to beat.
Rio.
And he will be
Touchdown,
Redcoats! Let's go! A pick.
Maria's pressured and goes down. Looks like Brooks Kepka got in there.
That's true. We are under a massive umbrella just in case of rain.
Got a lot of golf.
Wonderful.
Wafting left sideline, Melville, who is gonna get in for a Redcoat touchdown.
Great play. Takes a snap, hands it off, runs up the middle for a good
And
gain,
he
and
wants
goes
the
out.
football, and scooped up by the Redcoats.
That's
CJ
Will they
Riccatelli.
call him down first? That's the question. And they do not. That's a fumble. Red already. Our producer, I'm sure, does not want to talk about this kick before it is called. So
Well, Jake Solden's very accurate kicker, in my opinion.
not gonna call this. Oh, and a
Oh,
fake.
to
Solder
Two.
runs it in. What a play call. I'm gonna go with a direct snap. He's a little over Melville's head, but he did a good job. He got back and he laid on the ball.
Second goal, this is the pass.
Jet sweep, fakes to Melville. Puzio cutting up. He's going down. He's in for a touchdown. Puzio. Cuts up the middle and he is in for a touchdown. The Redcoats.